over here.
It's so bad. Oh, it's making my chest
Hurt?
tighten up.
I don't want to do children ASMR.
No.
I mean, no.
No.
I mean, no.
I don't think you should.
No.
I don't think you should.
No.
The moral of that story is that's a little creepy if you're a grown ass man and you fall asleep to 12-year-olds whispering in your ears.
We go to sleep too?
Yeah, that's what ASMR is. It relaxes people.
I think it's funny she's only got one mic though, so you don't get the full
It's not surround
left
sound.
right
Yeah,
experience.
right. Have you ever watched the ASMR videos?
A
Wes?
few.
Okay.
I think Wes turned me on the one where the woman actually had the ears and the head, and she'd
Uh-huh.
throw,
Dude, she put
whipped
shaving
cream in it
cream and whipped cream.
Oh,
Dude,
gross.
The shaving cream is the best because it's all right? She's licking on it and stuff. It's what the hell? Okay.
Uh-huh.
We gotta do this.
Thought we were making bloopers.
Yeah, kinda. Loop that. Alright,
Bloop me.
I'm ready. If you're ready.
I think I'm ready.
This home, baby.
5, 4, 3.
Hello, you turkeys, and welcome to episode 24 of the SideQuest Gaming Podcast, a weekly podcast where four longtime friends get together and talk about video games, television, movies, and really whatever the else hell we want, because it's our show. We do what we want. I am one of your hosts. My name is Wes. To my immediate left is TJ.
Hello.
And across from him is Zach.
Hola, mi amigos.
What's up, bitches? So what's
In
going
Spanish.
on, guys? That's right.
Nothing, man. What's going on with you?
Chilling.
Chilling like a villain?
Letting my beard grow, letting my fat grow, getting it out there,
If you could
watching
reverse them
children
though,
do
so your
ASMR.
beard grew out and your fat grew in, you'd be in business.
I could probably figure out how to do that. I'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What'd you say you were watching, Nugget?
Kids doing ASMR. It's so bad.
Do you hear that? I think the FBI is at your door.
Police. It's us, the police.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Oh, it's so bad. Never do this to yourself.
Yeah, let's
This is for research
contextualize.
purposes.
Let's contextualize this. What exactly are you watching so people don't think you're a freak?
This is something that Zach shared with us. We'll put the blame
There
in.
you go.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
fine.
Pay Money Wubby, and it's kids doing ASMR is a problem, and it is. It is very cringy and
Gross,
Ugh.
and it makes you feel
Yes.
like you're doing something bad.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
watch it later.
it's
To
And
fall
horrible.
asleep too.
Just to clear it up out there, the dude's in the same court. He isn't a fan of kids doing ASMR. This isn't him promoting that shit. Not into that sort of weird stuff. So don't report me.
Well, I mean, the video says it's a problem, right?
Yes.
It is, oh my
Cool.
gosh, yeah, it is a problem. It's so weird. It's in your ears. You can't. Oh, it's sending chills down my spine just thinking about it.
Well, guys, we have had the biggest, I think, game release of the year so far here very recently, and much to everyone's surprise, it's free. So we're going to talk about Apex Legends tonight and some other stuff. But first, we got to play a game of catch up, which is a wonderful contest. Not really a contest, in which
It's a contest? I've been doing this wrong.
you
Yeah.
want to win? Fucking
Yeah,
go
I'm gonna
for
start
it.
doing so many more things so I can win. Is it quantity or quality?
Got to be quality.
Quality? All right.
It's quickness and quality, efficiency. How's that?
Efficiency?
High quality, low time limit.
So Pascal's last.
Yes,
Because
because he won't breathe.
Fails.
But yeah, since Pascal's not here for us to pick on, I don't know who goes first. I'm gonna say the man in the middle, TJ. What you got? What you been doing this week, man?
Oh man. So this week has been a slow week. I think there's been some shows we've been watching. The Walking Dead released Sunday for the mid-season premiere, I guess is what you would call it. Season mid-start? I don't know. Episode 9, we'll call it that.
They were on a break.
Yeah, they do a break in the middle of their season. So it was pretty good. There is some things going down, and I can't really talk about it because spoilers. So some people escape, some people reunite because it's been, I think we talked about this last time. It's like a 7-year difference between the last time anybody's seen anybody.
So I'm curious, and if it's, I don't really think it's spoilery because it's totally out there in the news. That someone was leaving, but is Rick Grimes still on the show at this point, or is he where?
It's spoilery.
Okay, fair enough.
It is.
Fair enough.
So
They put his head in a jar.
It appears
alive.
that he is gone. We'll say that. It appears that he is gone. Definitely, I don't know. Depends on how far you are into this season. So I'm just going to leave it at that. It appears that he's gone. We don't know. You can make your own decisions on that when you see it. I enjoyed it though. We met some new people and some funky stuff going on from before it split up. So it was very, very wild to see what some other people are willing to do to survive. It's something new that we haven't seen before. So
Have they killed all the zombies yet?
new.
Okay.
No. All the zombies are fine and well.
Whoa. I'm curious. What do you mean by yet?
Me?
Yeah, as in
No,
like you
eventually
really
Well, I mean,
Come
eventually,
on.
just the zombies will all die
from
They'll
what?
rot.
Hunger?
from rotting to the point where they can't stick together to do things anymore.
And if you guys haven't paid attention to some of the things the zombies do, it is pretty cool. I like the ones that are like stuck to the trees and like the tree is actually growing around them now.
Yeah.
And so
See,
they're
if
like half their body's still out just going, trying to bite
That's
you.
why I don't think they'll ever just die on their own.
Well, I mean, but like
But
arms and legs will
eventually,
fall
yeah.
off, and they'll just be torsos laying on the ground, wriggling around.
They'll find a way to eat your ass.
Life finds a way,
That's
not the
right.
undead.
Well,
You know, the more that we...
I mean, he's got a point.
Let's just throw this out here. You just made me think of something cool. I want to be a character in The Walking Dead now. And my special weapon is going to be a 3-ball chain mace with zombie heads. So they'll be like, as I'm hitting people with them, like biting
I
them.
think that would be an awesome villain. So you're just running around turning people into zombies?
Yeah,
You have to
I'm not gonna
replace
kill
those
them.
heads so often, though.
That's fine. There's
Do you think you could do something where like you basically cast everything but their mouth in metal? That way, so just their teeth hit and then latch on, but all the rest of it is just hard.
You can do that. It's been done, but not to a weapon point. More of a defense.
Uh-huh.
So if you haven't seen that episode,
So Walking Dead people, if you're listening, we got one for you.
yeah, Robert Kirkman, if you're listening, I want to be a villain, and I don't want to kill anybody. The zombie heads kill them eventually, not me.
And can I have your autograph?
So there we go. What else did I do?
Well, first
So
of
I
all, what'd you
played-
think of it?
Oh, go ahead.
You liked it?
Yeah,
Because I know
they're
you've been
definitely-
pretty kind of on again, off again. Really, as probably the biggest Walking Dead fan I know. The last couple seasons, you've really been kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a rough last season was rough. The beginning of this season was rough, and then they started about midway through the midway season. I don't know how you describe
The
this.
midway
I don't like
season.
break. Midway through the first half of the season, they started picking up, and I think it has to do with the new threat.
We'll just call it halftime.
Yeah. So the new threat, they're starting to. It's really piqued my interest, and I thought they were going to shut it down really quickly, but it doesn't look like it's going to. And then some other things happened. That's really just throwing some stuff up in the air. There's some anguish. What else? Some animosity between the groups. Like friends that started out in season 1 appear not to be so friendly anymore. So it's really you see that click, and for all of us that's been following it for whatever we're at now, 9 years, 8 years, now these people that have always been friends are sort of not friends, maybe friends, could be friends.
Is Maggie still alive? Because if she is, I bet she hates everybody.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Yeah, but is not answering that question just the answer?
No, because I think she's alive, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
I don't know. I don't like your face right now.
No, I'm playing. I got my poker face on. So this could be a bluff face that I gave you to make you think that maybe she isn't alive.
God, you remember? Fucking
remember
back when we all worked together and Branson would say all kinds of crazy shit about The Walking Dead just to piss me off. Remember that? Oh my god.
But then in the middle of it, he would throw something truthful in there, and you wouldn't even know because he done lied about it so many other times.
Yep. Asshole.
So yeah, it's picking up. I'm not going to change my score on it. I still think they're sitting at about a 7.
And that's for the entirety?
I think so. They really went downhill the last 2 seasons.
Wow.
To me, anyways. And I'm not one to jump to conclusions on things. I don't know if something changed, like somebody, like whoever was producing.
I think they'd caught up to they kind of had to start making new shit, right? Because they caught up to where the narrative actually ended from the real story.
Yeah. But even in some of his things I've read about it, he has a lot of ideas that he never put in a comic. Well, so a lot of those ideas are coming out into the show.
So did George Lucas, and that's why we have the prequels. I mean,
true.
See what happened there.
So I think he's picking back up. I'm excited to see where it goes. So hopefully it can start raising the roof. I'm still going strong into Supernatural. I am on episode 14 of season 2, and I think last time I was
11 of season 1.
I was 11 of season 1. So, somebody sent a diagram on Facebook that was name a show, and it started out with this beautiful photograph of a horse's ass, and then it sort of changed into a sloppy children's drawing finishing out the picture. And somebody said Supernatural was that. It starts off season 1 and 2 is very good, and then by season whatever they're on, it's looks like a child is drawing the horse's face.
I sent you that just because I wanted you to see it, and I think Pascal got fucking offended. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I've tagged you in it so that you could see it, not saying this is what I agree with, considering I've watched 7 episodes.
I think the show stays incredibly entertaining, but I can totally understand they just start throwing some crazy shit around.
Well, that's being in halfway through season 2. I'm sort of man, we've met so many different things. What else could they bring to the table?
Just wait, man.
But I could also see, since he's not here to defend himself, and I hope he's listening somehow secretly. I see Pascal. Yes, he's listening on the ride home. And when Wes sent that thing, and I fired off something I'm into season 2, so I'm still good. Yeah, I'm still on the perfect, beautiful picture of the horse's ass. So I was I'm good. And he fired off something all I heard was, "Oh, Wes, that motherfucker!
Always want to poke holes in my sheet."
So be a cold sheet.
Yeah. So right now, man, they're still going strong. I'm sticking by my 9 through the second half. So the second half of, oh my god, I get stuck on The Walking Dead now. But halfway through season 2, there we go. Train of thought, reeled it back in.
Bring it back. So what arc is that? What's your overarching main story in this season? I don't remember.
They are, because if you haven't seen it, it's we're talking 2006 at this point, right?
Yeah.
Started in 2005. they are still after all of the people like Sam and and they just now put some like demon blood in his blood and he's immune to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know
So
where you're
that's
at.
where,
Oh
that's
my
where I'm
god.
at. Like this whole colony of people or whole town of people just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like, yeah, I can talk about it, right? Right, I can keep going.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen it by now,
Hey, go ahead. Yeah, it's totally like a 10-year statute of limitations on spoilers.
Yeah. So like at the end of that episode, 2 guys escaped. One of them ended up being a demon, and he, slit the dude's throat, the army dude or the marine, and conjured up and was talking. He's like, yes, he's immune to it. And then it sort of ends like that. And I'm like,
that's how that show gets you, man. That show like it ends you on a cliffhanger, and you're like, well, fuck the rest of what I was doing for the day.
See, and that's one thing that circling back to Walking Dead, they lost along the way.
Does that have something
Lost
to do
the
with
cliffhanger.
watching it as it airs, though? Like, if you know you could just sit down and watch the next episode after one ends, would it be the same?
No, because I used to watch it religiously, like episode to episode.
Okay.
And I felt like, oh my god, I can't wait till next Sunday. I can't wait till next Sunday. And now that I've been watching, like last season, I watched just straight through. I didn't watch it Sundays because, like I said, I got out of it. So like we might watch 1 or 2, then stop watching it, pick it up, and watch 2 or 3 more.
I can't.
But they just left the cliffhanger. Like Game of Thrones is another one that's like beautiful. On when it ends, you're like, oh my god, I'm not going to make it till next Sunday.
That's the only show. That's the only show I can watch like that. Everything else, I binge it.
Yeah, so I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think they just lost something along the way and they found it. I would like to go see if there was a regime change in there somewhere.
Right.
Supernatural, Walking Dead. Watched one movie. Belinda and I watched First Man with Ryan Gosling. He plays Neil Armstrong.
Oh,
it was really good. I enjoyed it. I wished I wouldn't have watched it tired. I fell asleep a couple times at the very end. But they kept dragging it out. Like they just, it was like when I would wake up and fall asleep and wake up and fall asleep, and I'm like, they're still talking about this?
How long was it?
I don't remember. I don't know. I think it was only like 2 hours, maybe. But it was good. I won't say it was
2 hours and 22 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Decent,
so
huh?
about the last 22 minutes was when I was falling asleep, and I like what they did though. What they fill in some of the stuff. Like I didn't know along the way how many people died leading up to Neil Armstrong being the commander of this what was it, Apollo 10? 1?
One of them.
11? Yeah. There was a lot of mishaps, and you want to talk about how somebody made it through without chomping down on the end of a gun. Whew. Neil Armstrong is a bad motherfucker, because he lost a lot along the way. A lot of stuff that I didn't even know about, like personal family stuff. They threw some of that in there.
Wonder how much that was true, though.
I would hope all of it.
Well, yeah, but
I don't know. I have no clue. Couldn't honestly answer that because I don't really know that much about him. So that would be for a space nerd if one ever comes along to explain how much of that was true.
It was Apollo 11.
Okay, so 10 plus 1. That was close.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan Gosling, he does a good job. I like the character. I like how he portrays him. Hopefully it was close. He's a good actor anyways. It has a female actress in it that Belinda and I were actually watching on I think it was it's a show that Belinda was watching about Queen Elizabeth. And so she's his wife. So that's the second thing I've seen her in. I thought she did a pretty good job portraying a wife of someone like an astronaut who caused them to move around a lot and not be at home a lot.
Asshole.
Yeah. I would say though, I'm giving it a 7. 7 nugs. Definitely see it.
I'm not that it's my turn, but I do want you to know I have fully adopted the 5 is average grading scale. No more.
What changed your mind?
Yes.
Was it us berating you into it?
I mean, I
Peer
guess it
pressure.
makes kind of sense.
The bell curve, man.
I don't think that's what the bell curve. But
What?
I don't know. I just. I don't know. I'm trying to because if I don't, then almost every movie I get will get a 7 or above, and that can't happen. So anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just you named a score. What was the score?
7. Yeah. I better write that down for Mr. Late. And I'll remember it. I only watched one movie. Other than that, did anything interesting happen? I know we talked about earlier in the show, Miriam got approved for speech therapy, so that was exciting.
Else to the yeah.
So I know we talked a little bit about her disorder and stuff last show, so I thought figured I'd update everybody on some good news her way. She's getting over her strep throat. She's becoming a normal little girl and not a witch from Supernatural. Played some PUBG, nothing new there, and then I forgot what PUBG was, and I know we're going to talk about it later, but Apex Legends.
What's that?
That is a battle royale that is taking place 30 years after Titanfall 2.
Jesus Christ, you like have lore knowledge all of a sudden?
I have lore knowledge on this.
Never heard of it.
And then I learned the big monsters in the background of the map are actually Titanfall. Somebody told us the other day.
What?
Or I thought Greg told us, or did he have another name?
He said that those monsters were in Titanfall.
Okay. Maybe I misheard, because when you're in the airplane, it's like deafening and you can't really. I just heard something monsters Titanfall.
Yeah.
So yeah,
really
this takes place 30 years after Titanfall 2, and it's a BR, and I'm going to tell you it's one of the smoothest running BRs. Now I know when I watch you guys play Call of Duty.
What?
That's the bell curve right here that we got, which just says in a normal distribution, half of your things fall above 5 and half of your things fall below 5.
Did you literally just make that?
Yeah, I just drew that shit by hand with my mouse in Microsoft Paint. I even did the numbers if you can't tell.
You're a bastard.
How good they look.
For those of you listening and you can't tell what we're talking about, if you join us on
should never taught me about that screen share shit.
Oh, shit.
Westman Y2K, you can see that Zach has drawn a bell curve for Wes to rate his movies off.
Okay, fine, you're right. Damn it.
And Wes's face is about as red as I've seen Wes's
face. Get off
face
my lawn.
Your damn maths.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I've already lost where we were.
I'm sorry.
The BR. I think we've only ran into one like weird thing that happens when you drop and you land and everything's in slow motion. So you're like trying to run to get everything, and you jump and you fly up and down real slow.
It's how that game's lag happens, it feels like. Like you don't get as much. It takes some really bad lag to get any sort of stutter stepping, which we had once.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you just move slow for a while, and then all of a sudden, bam, you hit turbo mode and you're going normal speed.
Yep. And and the better part about it is you get pissed off about lag. You can't do nothing but laugh when you're going in slow motion. So it might be their secret. Like, oh, fuck this lag. Let's just make a move in slow motion until it's better. So for those of you who haven't, you need to play this game. You need to download it. It's free on consoles and PC, I believe. So we'll get more into that later. But super fun game. I haven't touched PUBG since. I take that back. Apex Legends crashed, so I played PUBG and then went back once it was opened back up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got combined 4 wins, 4 championships is what they call them. So Zach had an amazing round the other day, and he's sort of sad. So I'll let him explain all that when it's his turn.
Yeah.
I punched a dude to save Zach. Zach was down. I punched a guy, ran around the corner, and drop kicked another guy.
I'm going to figure out how to clip that. Like, I guess I'll just rewatch my stream with OBS open to take it out of there, because the world needs to see this dope ass, nearly roundhouse kick connecting with this dude's jaw that Nugget performed, and I got to witness. It just kicks sometimes.
I thought it was a Superman punch. That's what I was going for. Like, I'm going to jump and punch him, and no, he just like kicked dude, like he like literal roundhouse kick. I channeled my inner Chuck Norris.
Mm-hmm. Like, Chuck, you turn into a black woman? Shit.
Only Chuck can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys need to check that game out. Nothing else exciting. I think that's all I got. If you guys can think of anything else that I did that you know about that I forgot to tell everybody, I think I'm done.
What'd you stream?
I streamed absolutely nothing.
Oh, never mind.
So I didn't listen to any music. No good music.
No more Eminem?
No more Eminem. Oh, I mean, I've been listening to it, but not as much. I went back to just listen to the radio. Oh, yeah, I know. There was something else. Oh, I just wanted to throw some sports out there because I'm pissed off about it, but UK lost to LSU tonight.
Spoilers for anybody who's looking to DVR that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck them.
Suck it, nerds. I just told you what the score was. So that's about it. That's all I got. Take time that we roll on to the Westman.
Ooh, it's my
turn. So says the L8 Cap.
All right. Well, the L8 Cap says it's my turn. So
Yankees is upset with you, man. You ruined it for him. Yankees over here and says WTF Nug.
It's funny. I didn't do a whole lot, but I do have a bit to talk about. I played Apex Legends as well. We'll talk about it later, I'm sure, but I think it's fantastic, fun, smooth. I've always liked Fortnite better than PUBG, simply for the fun factor and kind of the quick jump in, jump out ability versus the slow kind of lumbering PUBG. And I don't think I have any reason to ever go back to Fortnite now. So,
good to hear.
Hey, nothing wrong with Fortnite. But good game. Anyway, I played some games besides Apex Legends. I played Assassin's Creed Origins DLC. What is it? Curse of the Pharaohs. Still playing that DLC, and I'm telling you right now, you want a DLC where you get your money's worth.
How much was it?
$20. This is one where you get your money's worth. It's to the point where I hate that I'm about to say this. It's almost like it's too fucking long. There is so much content in this. And I mean, literally, there is so much content in this that I'm like, I thought I was done with the game. I just wanted to come back and wrap up a couple of side stories that were like extra added on after the fact. No. I could see this DLC taking you 40 hours or more.
Wow.
Jesus.
I mean, I've played it for a couple weeks, off and on. I guarantee you I've played it for at least 15 hours, and I'm not even halfway done with it. So it's pretty meaty, man. I played some NCAA football 14 last night. That was a nice return to my roots, and it was fun. But what
Did you smash?
I did. I smashed, and then I got smashed. But that's okay. Oh, cool thing is, after I got smashed in my bowl game that I never should have been, I was Buffalo, University of Buffalo, and they put me in a bowl game against Louisville. That didn't go at all. So I lost. But I got a head coaching offer because apparently in that game is not like real life. And Mark Stoops sucked ass last year, went 1-11 and got fired from Kentucky. So I'm the new head coach of Kentucky, and I'll take that every fucking day of the week. I don't think I've ever played a dynasty where I'm coaching like that and not like you can't just pick wherever you coach. You have to get an offer. And I don't think I've ever been offered the UK head coaching job. So I got that. I took it, and we're in the middle of the off season right now. I'm so excited because I've got 1 year left with Benny Snell, and yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun. But then what I want to talk about is I played a lot of a really, really old game that I wanted to play, just basically to try to catch up to a new game that just came out. I've never played any of the Kingdom Hearts series games, ever. And everybody's talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, and I've always loved the music. I like the art style. I played Final Fantasy around the time that Kingdom Hearts was popular, and I liked it, and I felt like they were very kind of similar artistically and musically, and apparently they share some of the same universe anyway. So I started with Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix, whatever the fuck that is. It's basically the final mix of the first game. I don't know how else to say it, guys. That fucking game, it sucks.
Bite your tongue.
It is a pain in my ass. I want to like that game. It's hard, which is fine. The camera sucks, the movement sucks, the combat sucks, pathfinding sucks, the puzzles suck, the platforming suck. Dude, the only thing I like about it is the cutscenes, and there aren't enough of them at this point because I can't figure out how to get around Wonderland. Wonderland sucks. The gummy ship sucks. There's a lot of shit about that game that sucks, and I
wonder if you've met your character there yet.
You mean
Grumpy?
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
And it's just you're trying to go figure out whatever the hell you don't know what they want you to do. Oh man, amazing!
Snickers.
I think Wes needs that.
Yeah. I'll turn into Donald Duck after I eat it. No, I'm being a little hard on it, but honestly, I have had a lot of frustration with that game.
Do you think it's going back so far? Like, that's generations upon generations ago. So are you just, I don't know, a spoiled current gamer?
It's just a game that the gameplay doesn't translate well. You know, back then it was probably like fucking amazing, and now it's like not as good. And that's why
it was amazing.
I don't wanna,
I played it twice.
I don't want to totally trash it. I'm going to keep playing it, honestly, but it's not that fun. It's like it's a chore. And all I want to do is see the story. I want to see the cutscenes. That's kind of what I live for when it comes to those kind of games. And sometimes that game makes me feel like a real dumbass because I can't figure out what the hell they want me to do. Poor instructions.
I have found myself in similar situations with games where I don't know if I'm just spoiled and I've played too many games that you just get stuck on a linear path and there's nothing else to do and it just pushes you forward. But I've had my fair share of that too.
Well, I was feeling bad about feeling so bad. Feels bad. So I started Googling some shit to try to justify my feelings because, you know. And
positive reinforcement.
Yeah. And I found a whole bunch of forums with people asking the same thing. Is it just me or does Kingdom Hearts 1 really suck? And a lot of people are like, great story, even though it doesn't make any sense. Great presentation, great music, but the gameplay is ass. Some of the worst ass we've ever tasted in our lives. And they all say Kingdom Hearts 2 is 100 times better. So we'll see. I'm going to stick with it just to try to get through the story. Apparently there's some more gameplay elements that I haven't even opened up yet that improve upon it. So that's a good thing. But right now it's kind of a pain in my butt, and I'm understanding and that it's so old. I'm not I'm trashing it verbally, but I'm not I don't really think it's a terrible game. It's just at this point it's kind of being a terrible experience.
It didn't age well.
No, not at all. Not at all. And that's pretty much what everybody else says too. But they say that the Kingdom Hearts 2 is much more playable, much more, I don't want to say user friendly, but just it's not as bad when it comes to the aging process. It still feels good and is fun. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna finish playing it anyway, and I'm sure I'll at least I can appreciate the story and the use of the licenses and stuff like that. The music is fucking amazing. It's just the running and jumping and hacking and slashing and spells and the inventory system and the puzzles, man. The puzzles are kind of a pain in my ass. I don't like them. Unnecessarily.
Are they bad puzzles?
They're just unnecessarily difficult. Like things that you would have no idea to do. Somebody in my chat was like, I don't know, I can't even describe it, but somebody in my chat told me how to do one of them because I was getting so frustrated with it. And there's no way in hell I would have ever thought to do it because there was no indication that you could. It just happens when you happen to, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's Disney. You got to use your imagination. Think
whatever, I guess. Yeah, okay, so there's that.
From the man who could play goddamn Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, that's... What can I say?
Tutorial,
this fucking children's game.
Across the... yeah.
It's fucking. I can fly from Mars to wherever. This fucking children game stumps me like a 2-year-old.
Oh yeah, I mean, you were like 20 seconds into like the intro, and I had to help you out a little bit.
Really?
You were learning how to fight, and you. Poor Wes died a bunch, and then I didn't want to like backseat drive. When
we talking about the ball?
Knock the ball back.
Well, that was the first time I'd done anything. Yeah, that was the very first thing I did. And it didn't say knock the ball back into him. It just he started throwing a fucking ball at you. So I started trying to hit the ball. And then I realized you could aim the ball, and yeah.
And then he realized he could just attack the guy when he was like, woo, dizzy.
Didn't know. I was trying to hit the balls, not hit the guy. Yeah. Rapid fire fingers. But then, yeah, so there's that, and it's fun, and I trashed it. It's not fun, actually. Watched some movies, though. I had homework. You guys gave me homework. Last week, we talked about Bird Box, and I gave it I think I gave it a 7, because I couldn't bring myself to give it an 8.
Because everything gets 7s.
Yeah.
I can't give it a 6. That's failing.
That's right. So you told me, I think it was Zach, come back to me and talk about that score after you've watched The Happening. And,
no, that was Nugget.
Okay. And A Quiet Place. So I watched both of those today. I guess I'll start on the high note. Quiet Place is a far superior movie, whether the book is older or not. In every way, that's a high quality movie. I really, really, really liked A Quiet Place. It scared the living shit out of me in several places.
And how about the anxiety of just knowing you have to be quiet? Especially
that fucking nail, man. When she stepped on that nail, and I was just like, ah.
What about the girl playing, and the thing was like right behind her, and she didn't even know it because she's deaf?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
turned her damn hearing aid back on. But yeah, no, I thought it was a great movie. I liked the fact that you could actually see the say enemy, but whatever, the enemy, the bad thing, you could actually visualize it. I think that makes a big difference. But before I watch that, and I'm gonna go ahead out on a limb, I'm gonna give that movie an 8. I really liked it. I kind of feel like the last scene. I didn't like the last scene as much, where all of a sudden it was like, no, I'm a badass with a shotgun. I didn't. I mean, I wasn't surprised by the way it all worked out, and they figured out their weakness and whatnot. I just, for some reason,
but you can't pin down a mother bear and her cubs.
Like, what else was she supposed to do there, though? Just lay down and let it happen?
No. It just seemed like they were just suddenly like, okay, now we got this, and boom, cut to black. That's the end. And I'm like, meh. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm giving that movie an 8. I really liked it. I'm not sure what you gave it. I know it was pretty high. Oh, he's checking.
I don't know if it's on here, so you keep going. I'll interrupt you.
And then, before I watched that, I watched what I thought would be the better movie, because I am an unabashed, unashamed M. Night Shyamalan fan. I watched The Happening with Mark Wahlberg and Zoe Deschanel and John Leguizamo. Man, I really thought that movie was going to be good. Fuck that movie. That movie was stupid. That movie was Bird Box and A Quiet Place. More Bird Box with really, really shitty acting from really good actors. I can't pin it down, like what makes it the delivery. Zoe's delivery, Mark Wahlberg's delivery, all was just so fucking weird. I gotta say, it's the direction. I don't know what happened to M. Night Shyamalan, but that movie just sucked. It was so. What do you guys think about it?
Did you watch it after?
No, I watched it first. I watched it first. And I was halfway through the movie thinking, like, I really love the premise of this movie, but the acting is fucking terrible.
I haven't seen it.
I just thought it was horrible. I don't
because
know.
all I've heard is how bad it was.
Yeah,
that's everyone just told me that. Nah, don't bother.
Oh, we got a German.
German's always late to the party.
Welcome, Besco.
I don't think I could have said not to bother. I think I liked the premise of it.
I love the premise of it. I think that it was a fantastic, like, this movie could be the shit. And then you're like, this movie is just shit. Good idea, bad execution. So the way I rank them is certainly A Quiet Place first, Bird Box a solid second. I see what you're doing there. West Curve.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I mean, yeah, that's about right. That's perfect, actually. 7 is average. Everything else is an F. Yeah, no. So A Quiet Place is definitely the better movie. I'll give it an 8. I'm gonna go ahead and lower my Bird Box score down to a 6, which is above average.
It is.
I told you. I'm using your bell curve, not the West.
I know.
The West curve went away. It is above average. Sounded like you were asking, is it really?
I mean, I personally don't think so.
Yo, you don't think the movie is above average? Okay.
I think a 6 is above average. I don't think the movie was.
Right. Okay.
I got my happening score behind my
I think it's above average. Happening, though, on the other hand, man, I'm telling you, I really like the premise of this movie. I wanted to like it. I love M. Night Shyamalan. That movie's a fucking 3, man. 3 or 4. I would say 4, 3. You gave it a 5? Just average?
Gave it a 5.
I would go with 4. I don't want to be too harsh, but I didn't like it. I wanted to like it. I really did.
It's no rock.
My favorite scene, though, was on the construction site when somebody fell. They're like, oh, so-and-so fell. Oh, we got an emergency over here. We've had an accident. And the next thing you know, you hear another. They look over, they're like, Davis? And then all of a sudden it's just like raining construction workers. They're all just like, whee! Yeah, that was probably my favorite part. But
Mine was the big gardening thing.
I don't know who wrote what first. Oh God, yeah, and runs over himself. What the fuck? No, I think my favorite was the Jeep because you knew it was coming. You knew it was as soon as it stopped. You're like, oh God, and then it was just like slow crawl to a stop, and then right into a tree, and then people fly out the windshield, and you're like, oh, did you see that? Yeah, I wanted to really like that movie, but I was thoroughly disappointed with it. Again, I love the premise of it. Not a good flick. And that is actually it for me.
What do you think about Mark Wahlberg's girlfriend?
Well, that's Jess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you recognize
Dude,
her?
she's had so much work done since then. She looks completely different. She is so plain Jane in that movie. Unremarkable.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even sound like her until that one scene where she was talking into the pipe. Her eyes even looked weird. I mean, she's got gigantic blue eyes as it is, but they just looked weird on this movie. They didn't. It's almost like she's had her fucking eyes colored. If you can do that, I don't know. Or maybe they just Photoshop the shit out of her. I don't know.
Yeah, lighting and makeup and all that can do a whole hell of a lot.
She looked so different, and maybe it's just because she got older, or maybe she's had a lot of face shaping done. But what do you think, Nugget? Since you brought it up.
Oh, I just thought it was wild because it wasn't until I saw New Girl that I went back and realized that it was her. Like I didn't even know it was her, honestly. Like it didn't, I guess the way she looked in it, like you were saying, I didn't even realize it was her until later on. I was like, man, why does she look familiar? So I started going through some of her movies that she had been in previously.
The bangs.
Yeah, she's always got the same haircut. Which makes you wonder, like, what's wrong with her forehead? You never see.
Might just be big.
Maybe. You never see her with her hair pulled back. She's always got the bangs. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. So I'm going to pass this straight along to Zach.
Oh boy.
Have a bottle of ketchup.
What did I do? I only got caught up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I didn't really watch anything else. It was definitely worth getting caught up. This season kind of had a rocky start. It feels like they were off for a little bit longer than they should have. They got dropped by Fox and picked up by NBC, I think, right? Whatever's on Hulu. Who's on Hulu? Is it NBC or CBS? I think it's NBC.
CBS has their own.
Yeah. So I think it's NBC picked them up. The first two episodes were just rocky. They didn't have the same tempo. Everybody didn't seem to be clicking like they used to. The writing was a little meh. But the last two episodes we watched really brought it back. They brought back a good character, Doug Judy, who was really missing out. That's Daryl from The Office.
Oh, okay.
But he killed it. So those are a couple of good episodes. I played a lot of Apex.
Everybody did, I think.
I think everybody did. It's a great game. There's so many things they did that are maybe not revolutionary for Battle Royale, but definitely necessary, I think, in anything that comes out in the future. But we can touch on that later.
Definitely.
Yeah. I listened to a new album that I really, really got into. That it's Boy Harsher is the artist, and the album I think is called Careful. It might just be the mood I'm currently in, or the fact that I recently watched Blade Runner, but that album gives you the aesthetic feel of being in a cyberpunk universe. I think it definitely has like a late 80s electronic feel to it, and I think that's really what cyberpunk is all about. I've just been jamming out to that in the car.
Nice.
A whole heck of a lot. I played quite a bit of Total War Warhammer this weekend.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, played a bunch of that. Streamed it quite a bit. Finally got my dragons. I took a giant island. I own everything. I just got to work my way and get through there. But it's definitely the farthest I've ever been. So might actually complete one.
Because of you, I actually started playing last night Halo Wars.
Yeah?
Because I saw like the strategy stuff. So Halo Wars 2, I think, is on Game Pass. So I started playing it, and I'm like, wow. Like, you got me totally hooked on those strategy games again.
Dude, RTS games are a lot of fun. I wish I wasn't so
Yeah.
garbage at most of them. I can't deal with base building. That's what I like about Total War is it separates the two. You build the bases with no pressure, and then you get to go fight. And then I finally got to cash in on my Christmas present and went and saw High Fidelity with a special interview with John Cusack on Saturday evening. And that was a blast. First of all, that's one of my, maybe not one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's definitely up there. If you haven't seen High Fidelity, you definitely need to. It's John Cusack, his girlfriend breaks up with him, and he goes through and talks to all the women from his top 5 breakups of his life, just to kind of figure out what went
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, basically a big old "what's wrong with me" thing, but just a good dark comedy. It's got Jack Black in it, and he's hilarious. John Cusack himself's hilarious. Owns a record store, and the shenanigans that go on with that are pretty good. I don't know.
Wasn't John Cusack, wasn't he also in that action thriller 2012? Wasn't it?
I believe, yes, he was in that. He was also in
and
Con
in
Air.
the room 1409 or something.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I just needed a pic. Yeah, something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I just kind of like
I have to picture the dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He made it big in Say Anything, the one with the dude who holds the boombox up over his head in the yard.
Oh, okay.
I haven't actually seen most of those movies, but then they had the interview after, and this is where the evening really shone through. So there was our local, like, they call it the Embassy Theater, just kind of like they have comedians come through, or little plays, or orchestral artists and things like that come there to play, or like Bruce Springsteen, I think, is going there to play soon.
Oh, wow.
So they had their director of like PR or something was the lady that was sitting down doing the interview with John Cusack after the movie. And this is an older blonde lady who came out with a set of cards. And man, I would be embarrassed if I were her. She asked some awful questions and spent most of the night getting roasted to her face by John fucking Cusack.
Oh boy.
So there's one point where she asks him, "Hey John, if they were to make a biopic about you, who would you want to play the young version of you?" And he's like, "I don't know. I've never really thought about it. Like, that's just hard to pick on the spot," or something like that. And she's like, "No, well, just come on. Who would you pick?" He goes, "I just don't know. Who would you pick if this were you?" And she's like, "I don't know, whoever the hottest young actress is in Hollywood." And he's like, "See, it's kind of hard." So then she goes, Selena Gomez. And John Cusack looks at her and says, "Well, she's brunette and you're blonde, so there's the first problem." And then the lady like says some more stuff, and then he goes, "And are you Hispanic at all?"
Nice.
Just like it never happened. The chick, she keeps talking, and then throws down with, "You know what? I think tomorrow morning you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, you know what? I should have said this person was who I wanted to play me." And he just goes, "No, I don't think so."
That's funny.
I don't know. Just spent a significant portion of the night, and then there were plenty of weirdos that got up and asked really weird questions of John Cusack, and he just
Did you get to ask anything?
I didn't. We were up top in the balcony, and it would take me way too long to get down there. Her interview took forever for how bad it was. I spent most of the night laughing at that interview, along with everyone else. That lady had to have felt horrible about her question choices. It was an awesome experience, though. It was cool to sit down and get to watch that movie in a theater, because I was too young when it came out to watch it in theater for real. Yeah, cool experience. I'd definitely go do it again if I had the opportunity, but I doubt that that'll happen, just because Seems like
Never
a
say
one-off kind of
never.
deal. That's true. Never say never. You're not wrong.
I tried to watch it a couple weeks ago, but I can't. I got to find a way to find it
Find it.
because my means of finding it aren't working anymore.
I think I might have it on my hard drive. We might be able to do some Discord file share thing.
Rabbit.
Or we can rabbit.
Oh, I will rabbit that.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
means of finding, I can help you with that. That your means of finding work again.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got
And then I bought a movie yesterday to watch as homework for this week. So come next week, I should be ready to talk about Interstellar.
Oh,
Nice. I watched the movie twice, actually.
Really?
That's what I heard. That's why I bought it. My buddy told me that it's definitely a movie I want to watch more than once. So that goes on my buy list.
It's like that's non-spoiler, but that movie is kind of like you watch it once, and then there's like this big like reveal kind of in a way, and then you're just like, okay, now it makes more sense if I watch it again, and then it kind of does. So that's why I watched it twice. Definitely worth it though.
Oh, and Wes, I think we
Oh.
talked about it on the podcast last time. It was just funny that it came up. John Cusack brought up ambiguity in movies and how that doesn't sell tickets anymore.
Mhm.
And I just thought that was interesting. So we had kind of talked about how everybody wants everything spoon-fed to them
Yep.
and not have to think about anything. And characters just, they're either good or they're bad. They're not in between.
Right.
And I thought that was kind of interesting that we just
He's
had that
right.
discussion.
Nice.
That's about it, I think, that I have as far as things I did this past week. Pretty light for me.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
So I think we go to the late man, the new arrival, Pascal.
So, yeah, sorry that I was late, guys. Just had a little traffic there. Snow, like I was driving on white road, like it was snow covered. So not only did I get off late, but also snow. But I made it. So, what did I do? Yeah, Wes, exactly. He claps his
Golf
hands.
clap.
You know what I do for this podcast sometimes. Drive through the snow, rushing home.
Could you
No,
schedule yourself off for today?
I couldn't. I needed to.
I'm just
I needed
messing with
this week. I couldn't. Usually I'm always like off early, but this week I couldn't. Anyhow, so my cat. Hold on. God damn it, Cheeto. Okay.
Put the kitty in the rooms.
you.
So what did I watch? I watched actually a lot more Supernatural. We made it now to season 8, episode 6, I think. Still liking it, and now she kind of realized that they slowly start building up for like this long 3-4 season story arc, and where it gets like really like hooks you again. Then we watched. Well, she was asleep, halfway asleep. My girlfriend was, and I decided to watch a horror movie on Netflix, which was called, what was it called? Something with Jane Doe or something, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, which I don't know if you know any morticians or whatever. Like usually when there's an unidentified body in a coroner perspective, they're always called like a female, so like Jane Doe, because nobody knows who she is and there's no ID, whatever. So that's what they get on the name tag. Was pretty good. There were pretty good scares in there where I jumped. Like it got me to a point where I was uncomfortable watching it for a minute, which not a lot of horror movies do. Like I'm pretty like, battle hardened, I guess, from horror movies. So they actually,
I'm
was
always
actually
hard during horror movies.
now. So that was kind of.
Sorry.
Here we go. No, you're fine, man. Of course you are.
Wow, it's awkward.
Yeah. So, anyways, we
That's how the horror
watched.
movies feel.
So,
Better than
it was
children's
actually-
ASMR.
Damn. So it got to a point where she was actually kicking me or punching me because she woke up and wanted to watch it too, and she was punching me because I kind of did this because I got too scared, and then keep your legs above the bed kind of thing, don't let them hang off the bed, and I was really scared. In the end, though, when the movie ends, I have to say it kind of went less horror-like, and I hate when movies do that. I hate when it's always kind of like build up to like super scary, and then they know what's going on, and then it's more like action instead of horror.
That's what happened with A Quiet Place. in my opinion.
Yeah. So, but before that kind of reveal, I mean, it's paranormal stuff going on, and even throughout the end. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but it got more action in the end, which whatever. But was okay movie. I would recommend it if you want to watch a newer horror movie, like a Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original, even.
What was it called
Maybe.
again? I'm sorry.
Something. I have to look it up. Something with like Jane Doe, like the autopsy of Jane Doe. It's not bad. Like, it's definitely worth watching if you like horror movies, especially the first hour of the movie is like you jump. I guarantee you. They did smart. They do smart jump scares. Like, you expect it, but you don't. Kind of like you would expect it. Oh, here it comes, and it doesn't. All of a sudden, boom. You know. So pretty good until a certain point. I would give it, if I have to nugget rate it really quick, I would give it like a 6 out of 10. Like, solid movie to watch if you're bored and you have nothing else to watch. And I felt like I need to watch a movie that nobody else watched for once.
I'm proud of you for actually watching one after last
Right?
week.
Yeah. So, video games. I finished Kingdom Hearts 3. The main story.
Okay.
So, which was awesome. I really like it. I like the whole universe. Just because I played them when I was younger, but I don't know, I just like it. It just brings up childhood memories mixed with Final Fantasy. And I was a huge Final Fantasy fan, and like even in the older Kingdom Hearts, there were so many characters of Final Fantasy, like 7 and 8. 8 was my favorite Final Fantasy. So that, I don't know, I love it. I like it. Good game. And the game itself this time was good. The only thing, I can see a lot of people who are not used to like Japanese RPGs or in general RPGs, like the old school RPGs, they don't like the cutscenes. There's a lot of cutscenes, like, and with 3 it's kind of cool though because it's kind of like a movie, so I like it.
I feel like a lot of games are going that way sometimes.
Yeah, and it could be annoying, especially I mean, we all work, so you kind of want to play games and you don't want to watch like a fucking movie while you having control in your hand. You kind of want to. I think it's smart if some games they have the narrative and stuff while you walk around, like Red Dead does it. They talk and stuff, but you actually interact and talk and do stuff, right?
Wes and we talked a little bit about that in your stream the other day, I think, or somewhere. Just the fact that I'm also on board with that. I'm not a fan of just having a movie played for me. I want to be the one participating in the story.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I'm big on the cutscenes. I live to get from cutscene to cutscene.
So, then I just have to think, man. What did Wes? What the
Resident Evil.
No, I didn't play it yet. Again, I wanted to. I played Pro Evolution Soccer. Obviously, it's my main. I have now a new thing where I talk to Zach about it, where I pick like one of the weakest teams out there, play on the hardest difficulty with the hardest setting you can have, like really difficult, and play the top teams and try to win or lose and just kind of, just make my own little tournament against, I have like a 1-star team and I play all against a 6-star team, so 5 stars I think is the highest, which is pretty fun, pretty challenging too. But I like that. Do kind of like my own little competition there. But what? When Nugget laughs, he has like something dirty on his mind already. Like, I don't know. I always feel like here comes like a dirty joke or something where I said something that has double meanings. You guys, these guys, they picked on me so much that I don't even understand what's sarcasm anymore, what's real, what's not. No.
We picked on you when you weren't even here.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, you have to listen to the beginning of the episode.
I will now. Great.
Get those views up.
I played Apex with Wes and then with another friend of mine. We talk about this probably later, as I heard. But yeah, I like it, but I hate it too because we get into that a little bit. I played Battlefield with get some assignments done, and I was really frustrated with that because EA or DICE, they have those like weapon challenges where you can get the weapons for free, like the new weapons, new tanks, whatever. It's like the Tides of War, what I explained before. Like they slowly go from year to year or month to month, with introducing new content, right, with like new weapons and shit. But this week there was a challenge you had to do to get a new LMG, which involved playing a mode called Frontlines. And Frontlines is like the worst mode if you play with a bunch of idiots who just sit and spawn on camp, because you just keep on losing. So yeah, I had like 5 hours, I think, of straight rage until my friends came to the rescue and joined me, and then within like 20 minutes I finished my assignment, because I got stuck with shitty teams. Because the way Battlefield match makes is they have like an internal skill rating, so if you're really good at the game and you play solo, it matches you with a shitty team to balance it out, that way that you don't stomp on weaker players. So they put you with the weaker players to even out the field. So now what happens now? Like, I'm fucked, literally fucked, because I'm the only one pushing for objectives, the only one not just camping and sniping, trying to arm the bombs, whatever not, and they just sit there and like, oh, I don't know what to do. And so that was horrible, and I ranted on that on Twitter too. But like I said, that. Yeah, and then finally my rants have been heard, and all my Battlefield buddies came in to the rescue, and then got it done pretty quick. And tomorrow they have a new update, doing a lot of like net code issues, like time to death, which getting killed behind corner, stuff like that is going to be fixed. Vaulting, a lot of map adjustments, which is kind of cool. Now I see why they do the games of a service kind of thing, because they released a map in December, and people were complaining that, hey, it's only vehicles, like there's not even anything for infantry to do. They literally went in with a normal update and just added houses, a whole new like fortification area where you can dig like a tunnel kind of thing, and like they've completely revamped the map within one update, which was amazing. Like I was like, wow, that has never happened before, where they just changed completely a whole map. So that's kind of cool. So I wonder what else they can do with it, doing like special events maybe, But yeah, tomorrow is the launch of the co-op mode that they do with randomly generated missions, which is going to be 4 players against AI on set difficulty levels. And I think there was a trailer maybe out today. I missed it if it did. But the way that they said, it's like the whole missions, everything is going to be different. Like one round that you play with your friend will not be like the next round. Like it's going to be completely different. You earn coins that you can use for cosmetics. So everything you can buy basically with normal gameplay against other people in PvP, you can also gain in the co-op mode, which is nice.
That's cool.
So they have still not introduced their Battlefield coins, the ones you can buy, but they already released a picture of the only thing you can buy with real world money is like straight up clothing or skins, nothing else, like no upgrades for vehicles or something. So you still need your normal company coin, is what it's called, to upgrade your vehicles. I have like 60,000 now. I can max out every vehicle if I want to. So which is cool because it balances it, so you don't have people who just buy the best gear. So they straightly make it for skins only, which I knew they would, but people were not sure how they're going to handle it.
I think most people have learned their lesson at this point, not to put in things that give people an advantage that they can buy for money, unless their whole goal is to get people to buy things for money, I guess.
Especially foreskin.
Yeah, so here we go again. Like,
I come back right when I hear foreskins.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
So did you know? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, and that was Wes. Did I play something else? Because I talked to Wes, I think, more because I always on a stream or we played. I mean, I know we played together, but I don't really remember playing Kingdom Hearts. I did, but
I can't believe you played that so much you beat it already.
But yeah, but I didn't like do a lot of the side stuff anymore. I was like up to level 47 and max level's 99, I think. And then all of a sudden, after like 39 hours of gameplay or something, I was at the end boss. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I'm done.
Never works. I can't think of anything else.
That cat. Don't punch the kitty.
I'm not punching him. I'm just pushing him kind of like down that he doesn't work.
Yeah, like Cheeto.
Yeah, he's cute but annoying. No, but yeah, that kind of sums it up for me. I really didn't play a lot of variety or much of a variety, but yeah, I'm definitely going to check out Battlefield tomorrow because I want to play that co-op mode. And I have one discussion though a little bit, and it was about a lot of people demanding the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale to be free to play, like a lot of the YouTubers, which everybody's like, well, it will bring up so many players, and I think it's a horrible idea. I mean, it's good for the people who are never interested in Battlefield 5, but for the whole product and franchise itself, it's, Blackout was purchasable, like with that, like only with when you buy the game. And I feel like that if EA does it, they lose a lot of the core community again, because people who bought the product bought it for the announcement. They're already there too. Like, okay, we're gonna get Battle Royale, and DICE said it's only an afterthought. So, but it's gonna come to the game. And if they're gonna make it then standalone, I don't know. It's not gonna do any good for the normal game. People are not gonna be like, oh, Battle Royale is awesome now. Let's just buy Battlefield 5 and play the normal modes. If I remember correctly, in Call of Duty, when it launched with the Blackout mode, 99% only bought it because the Blackout mode, not because the Call of Duty and the main lobbies were kind of dead. Yep. Still probably are. So I don't know. I don't think they need to make it free to play. I think it's going to be cool for the Battlefield people. And if it's really good, if it's really that good of a Battle Royale, people will buy it, given sales. Same happened with Blackout. And we have Apex now. I don't think EA is going to bring out another Battle Royale to mess with the Apex sales, with the cosmetic sales. So I think they're going to continue Battlefield 5. Here's your Battle Royale. Let's move on to the next thing, kind of thing. So I'm so curious to how this whole Apex thing, by the way, guys, since I don't know if Nugget already said something, but I don't know where I'm going here, if he's going to be next or not. But if this is going to be Apex, talk here after me. I am quite curious how Apex will affect Anthem sales. I'm really curious. Now there's like, it's kind of like apples with oranges. I think it's
very
like
weird time for EA to release that.
Yeah. Right? Because I didn't even think of that until
Anthem comes out on what, February 15th?
Yeah.
I think 22nd, 15th, something.
Do we have are there pre-order 22nd. Numbers out for Anthem? Have they released anything?
After all the demos and stuff and hype died, I don't think a lot of people are gonna buy it.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm wondering: are they just trying to recoup some losses? Like the pre-orders are low enough for Anthem, and it's not a great time to release games. It's not like it's a holiday game. Maybe this BR drop was.
I also think so. Like, I think that the BR drop from Apex kind of like they shot themselves with Anthem. Mm-hmm. But maybe you're right. Maybe there wasn't that. Maybe it was just like the saving thing. Their stock went up like crazy. As soon as, I don't know, one of you guys posted that in the stuff, but the stock went up by like 10% or something, like a few days ago. Like, it went up crazy after Apex was such a hit. Mm-hmm. Shareholders were like, all, woo, EA's back.
It's interesting, too, that they're going to do this Apex BR that's out, and then they're still going to go through. I mean, obviously, they're going to have to go through with the Battlefield, but to have two Battle Royales out from the same publisher in the market at once seems odd.
Exactly. That's what I figured, too. But I think the only reason they did, I mean, I don't know, this BR mode from Apex had to have been in the development, too, longer. Mm-hmm. But I remember the moment where, like, the Battlefield fans are like, oh, Battlefield 5 reveal trailer. And then they're like, and by the way, we got something you always wanted, BR. Nobody laughed. Like, nobody was like, woo. All the Battlefield fans were like, fuck, man, they're going to focus always on BR now. So I was like that. I still think that way. If you make, because that's where all the main focus goes to. And good for people who like BR, but sorry, like, I like to have my Battlefield. I don't need like a BR. I don't need everything to BR. Like, let BR be Apex, Fortnite, and PUBG, but give me my Battlefield, man.
Yeah, Go ahead. I find it really weird that that EA released a BR on the heels of EA releasing a BR in Battlefield.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, different teams, whatever. Different developers, same publisher.
Hey, maybe the BR of Battlefield is going to be that BR where TJ is like, oh my god, like, this is a modified, perfectly fine working PUBG that I wanted, like military-like. But it's going to World War II, so I don't know. Maybe not. But
I don't know.
know.
I just like the fact that you have in PUBG, you have bullet drop, you have bullet lead.
Oh yeah, I mean you have that with Battlefield.
I like that type of stuff. So that's why I was excited about BR in Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's
pretty
fire.
sure.
I mean, and
like
you're
fire.
going to get a polished
Yeah.
AAA titles BR. It's not Blue
Right.
Holes PUBG BR.
The only thing that worries me about the BF5 BR is that it's only assisted by DICE. It's the main developers I think are Criterion, I think.
Brought
left
by
over
Crytek.
with yeah, that would be funny. No, so DICE obviously just like help with it, but the main people working on that, which is good too, because maybe that is what that needed. Like they needed to have their own development kind of studio for that one. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe it's good because it's they don't have to worry about all the weapon balancing. They just take the data from the main game. So I don't know. I'm quite curious how it works out. I feel like they should with Battlefield. I feel like they should do it like straight up. You spawn in with loadout. Like shitty guns. Everybody has the same kind of shitty gun, but when you land, you're not defenseless. You have to punch each other. Nobody's like hectically looking for the handgun. So that would be something interesting when you spawn with a random loadout, which is total shit, but better than hands. I don't know. I think it would be interesting. Maybe they do that. I don't know. I know they're tractors, so that has me hyped. So. But man, that was about me. I kind of went into the topic, but like I said, I don't know. Was Nugget already talking, TJ? Are we through? Was I the last?
You were the last.
I was the last.
You were the last. That's why you came in late. You didn't want to be first.
Uh-huh.
I figured you out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I would say it's the elephant in the room. Everybody's asking about it, and we've all kind of touched on it a little bit. So I guess now is the best time to talk about Apex Legends. Every one of us played it a fair amount. Pascal, you said something I thought was interesting. You said you love and you hate it. So I'm just going to let this kind of round table, we can just go around and discuss back and forth. But what is it? What do you hate about it?
Pretty much the
5.
No, I don't like the fact that I like it, but I hate it too. Is I had a gun, like a normal gun. It had like purple attachments. I think it was a SMG. I don't know, but it had all like it was all purple from the attachments. And there comes this guy, and an SMG is a PDW, right? It's the personal defense weapon. He came right up to me. He had like an LMG or something, and I shredded, hip fired him, got on his head. Like my crosshair was on his head, and you see the numbers popping, right? He still killed me. I had like a gold shield, I think, like the helmet, and like a purple or whatever, like a blue body armor level 2, whatever. And he killed me, and a friend killed him after me, and his gear was completely shit compared to mine, from the rating. But he still killed me, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I kept shooting him. Like, I emptied like 20, 30 rounds into him in his head, and he just shot me like a few times, and I died. And that's fine. But I don't like the whole armor aspect of it. The whole, like, in any BR games, I don't like it. I'm sorry. Like, if I shoot you like 6, 7 times, before you shoot me, you should be fucking dead. That's
but in this one, it's not armor. Like the armor aspect, I can understand, but this is like some high tech shield type shit.
I know, but hey, that's my opinion. I don't like it about that game. People can love it, and I see why it's a shield, but I don't like it that much. But the one thing that pissed me off about this game, there was actually a game that Wes and I played, and that made me like, I love the game, like itself, like it's fun, right? But there's so many times where like shit happens to me that is kind of like that, where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong, man. Like, I used to play Halo, and I never had problems with it. I was never good at it, but I knew aim for the head and stuff, and I was pretty good for it with it, But here, it's like, Wes and I played this game, and I'm just gonna rant into it really quick. We made it, I got like 3 or 4 kills, and I felt hype, I was like, yeah, fuck, I got 3 or 4 kills, Wes was doing good, a buddy of mine, we were doing well, everything was smart, how we played. For us being kind of noobs. And then this we killed 2 people, stormed our house. We were the only squad left. There was one guy, we couldn't find him. We looked, I went outside the circle kind of to see, look, there was nothing. There was no tunnel in this area, no underground base. the circle gets closer and closer, and all of a sudden it's just us three. We go into this small circle, when it closes it, and then
basically standing back to back, couldn't move anywhere.
And I know what he did too, by the way, Wes. And this is why I hate the game, because fuck community. I looked it up on YouTube, but it wasn't the glitch that we had with the airdrop ship. What he did, he force glitched himself underneath the terrain. You know how you do that with the Wraith character with a little portal, and you can glitch yourself, like glitch through the ground that you are underground. You cannot be shot, but you cannot shoot out either. So he won. We heard him like jumping and stuff. He won because he went under the fucking ground.
It wasn't
a Wraith though.
It was the fat guy, Gibraltar.
Yeah, he dropped a rocket strike on you guys, so it can't be the Wraith.
I mean, I guess the Wraith could get the Gibraltar down there with a portal, maybe.
Maybe she had the portals up. But anyways, the fact is, I mean, I thought I figured it out. Now I feel dumb. But on the other hand, no, he was underground. Like, there was no way he could have gone underground because I checked that area by myself. There was no way to be under the map. And
I agree that he was underground. I agree 100% with you.
And that is like, which it just pisses me off because it takes from me the moment, like, yeah, we were second, but to me, we were the number one, but we didn't get rewarded as such. And I know it's a game and it happens and blah, 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 but I'm tired of kissing ass with people.
It's only one game, though. I mean,
how about that PC hacking, though?
Huh? Well, but here's the difference. Here's the difference between a glitch that everybody in every platform can access and an active aimbot hacking and, God mode pushing one button and kill 20 people in one time. But no, it's just like the reason. Okay, I can make it very straight why I hate games like. And people will say like, "Oh well, they're always better." Not necessarily. Just there's always a group. And it happens for me, it feels like it happens only when I play. Those fucking sweaty ass people who do nothing else and have already 900 kills and the game has only been out like 2 days. In that matter, the game came out for like 2 days when I played it or saw it the first time or started it, and maybe 5 days max. But they already have so many hours in it that's ridiculous. They know every little thing, every little stuff. Everything, because all they do is sit in their fucking basement and play, and that's on every platform, and it's with every game, and I get it, but I'm honestly getting tired of it, especially in games like this. Like I fucking hate it, man. Like, I'm sorry, I have a job, I work.
You're better than me.
Get off my lawn, you damn kids.
And
it's just motherfucker in your snow days.
No, and that is that's something though that I think is it just not necessarily makes me jealous. I think it's just like when I know that, there's some streamers I know that kind of copy from people that I know, and they don't have any social lives. People ask them favors, for example, that no, I want a game and I'm not going with you to a store. But, and I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of this kind of gaming people, and Apex, I think they're like even more now than I've ever seen because it's free to play, because they don't have money, so let's buy Apex because how we can buy it, it's free to play. But that's just something that grinds my gears so much when I see like how much time I have, and then I finally get the time to play a game, and then I have this sweaty ass people sitting there with like 900 kills or like 40 hours, and the game has been out for 40 hours. So I'm like, did you ever sleep?
No, yeah, man. But
and that's not the game's
fault. You're coming from. I see where you're coming from, but I've also seen it several times where you come into it and it's like your champion is, and you look down and it's like 980 kills.
Yeah.
And before you even hit the ground, I hear it go, "The champion's been killed."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I said that's not really the main argument why I hate it, but
right.
But it's just like I just went on a little rant there, like I always do. I think in every podcast now.
I think you're the resident ranter.
Yeah, because I play games to have fun, and sometimes I feel like this is just like this certain type of player or community starts to grow where people are super toxic and they're so sweaty. Like they think
because somebody plays the game a lot and is good at it doesn't make them inherently toxic.
Oh, listen, most of these players, and I know it for a fact,
sit in their basement and live in their mom's house, go get a job.
as soon as you beat them, oh my god, the hate mail comes in. Like they're gonna be like, oh, you fucking camper. Oh, you did this and this. You didn't do this. Oh, you can't. You're pussy. You're too pussy to storm me.
Cool,
Man.
report them.
I don't get that shit.
I've never gotten a message on PC.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Hey, but that's okay, man. PC player base is also older than on Xbox. Like, of course, people are more mature usually. That's the one good thing about PC. Like, I really like it. Like, the player base is a lot more mature. But no, man, it's just that game. Like, I love BR, and I like in that kind of stuff. I love the Titanfall game. I like the gameplay. I like that it's fun. Another thing that I don't like is that, as for now, there's no solo, and I heard they're gonna implement it at one point. But
I don't think so.
I don't think they'll
like to play with randoms. I don't like to play with randoms, and
But the game. I understand how much it sucks to play with randoms. I'm on board with that. But this game handles that so much better than all the other battle royale games.
All you gotta do is click.
All you gotta do is click, and everybody knows what's going on. And I think that's awesome.
That's awesome.
And there's actually huge populations of people in the other BRs that go in and play with randoms. Like that, not everybody's going in there. There's a guy that I know at work that strictly plays squad randoms in PUBG. That's what he does. He has a good time going in and getting matched up with random people to beat random people in games. And you get grouped up against full squads, but he also comes from like the League of Legends mindset where that's how you play ranked. You don't go in with the advantage of having a team of 4 people. You go in and play random and try to carry. And I don't see why this game should be any different than that.
No, and I see, like, you have solid points there. It's just like when Wes and I think, try to play, we had to match up with randoms or something, or was it with you? Or was
it didn't bother me, though. I mean...
It's more like... No, it happened. I played with a friend of mine, and we were top 3 that round. And then that guy, he literally got us killed because we were all like kind of pointing together. And all of a sudden, he sees like the shiny object on the right. He storms out, and all of a sudden, we hear like shots coming at him. And obviously, they see us then, and we got killed. And we just want to stay there, which... Like, we try to tell him, like, not, like, put, like, waypoints out because, he didn't want to, like, do party chat or game chat. So we, like, put the pointers out, like, don't go there. There's enemies. And then, ping, like, straight up where he wanted to go. He didn't listen, and that's fine. But it's funny to me, though. Then we had another game, and it was complete garbage because the guy just, like, disconnected. Or, like, as soon as we spawned, he's like, nope, disconnected. Then we had it happen again, died early. And then, boom, West happens. And then everything was organized and so much more fun. And that's what I'm trying to say, though. I can't play with randoms. I like to play with friends because I trust.
I play with friends, and I trust playing with friends. But sometimes there's only 2 of us, man.
I know.
Sometimes you have to embrace the chaos and the randomness.
Yeah, but you see, like, and I don't have fun when I play with randoms.
You gotta let yourself have fun.
No, I like to play with friends.
Unclench your
we
butthole
played with a
bit.
random, and I popped off, and I got 14 kills and 2,800 damage just with a random. Like,
yeah, but it's also
we got a championship with a random.
Yes, early on we did. I mean, we got carried like a mother in that game. But
you're also super like good at those kind of games, like especially in like Overwatch and stuff. So you have that back.
You're super good at Battlefield. What's the difference?
And you're playing that game with all randoms.
Yeah, but I have my squad of people usually.
Yeah, but you got 4 people out of 32 people.
Yeah, it's true.
That's effectively randoms.
Yeah, but hey, that's why we lose sometimes because 4 people can't carry a 32-man team anymore.
You lose sometimes, and then you fire up the next game.
Yeah,
and that game doesn't exist anymore.
But hey, like I said, I just had like a few bad experiences that kind of like I think made me hate the game. So, I'm still going to play it. I still want to play it. But, I think what I hate the most about a BR game, and I talked to you about this, Zach, was you spawn in, you think you're far away from anybody. Boom, 3 squads next to you. They all have a gun and you have nothing. I'm like, come on, man. I just need something to defend myself.
Just way it goes.
Punch
Motherfucker,
get them
fisticuffs.
fisticuffs, man.
I mean, it's
pull
like
them out,
it's,
punch them to death.
That's the beauty of the game, is that it's never the same. You jump in, you could jump at the same spot with the same people 15 different times, and just based on the layout of the map or where the stuff is spawned, you could have the ammo and the weapons 5 times, and then you could have nothing 5 times. It's never going to be the same.
If you want something with that to complain about the fact that today I dropped and there were squads all around me, and I opened up the crate and there was a goddamn gun in there, and when I picked it up, the gun disappeared.
Oh, hell no.
So that's something to complain about.
Yeah.
But I mean, then I ran around and I punched a dude to death, and then continued on with the game and died and rolled up another one.
Yeah.
It's the only time it happened.
I just like I said, like I think if there's one BR coming out where you have like not a good gun, like probably the worst gun in the whole fucking game, but if you have just something that if you land, you have like you just have something in your hand, like I don't know if it's a banana and you just throw bananas at them, but as long as they give you some,
it's
defense.
not like they don't let you punch.
Yeah, but let's say
it only takes 4 punches to kill someone.
What if they land? They have a shotgun and they come right at you.
You know how many people I've
fucked.
punched?
Hey, I'm just asking you. Like I'm just
You
like
run at them, you slide under that shotgun, and you punch them, and
Right
then
in
it's
the dick
basically they just have a one-shot punch, and you gotta dodge that shit.
Yeah, hey, I'm not here to like trash any game. I just give you my personal opinion.
So Pascal, we talked about your hate. Is there anything about the game that you guys hate?
How loud
it is. the menus and everything are so loud.
I turn the music down.
Oh, I have turned the music down, but there's still a little bit of music somewhere.
They're still loud, and you can't turn the airplane down.
And you can't,
same thing. Yep.
And you can't turn the airplane down. Like those, I would complain about that. Yeah. Is there something else? I said something the other day that I wish this game would do. Do you remember what it was? Nugget? I should have wrote this shit down.
See, I know you like the grappling.
Oh yeah, I like the grappling.
I heard you said it's like the most well done grappling you've ever seen, almost.
Oh yeah, the vaulting.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love the vaulting. The vaulting's amazing. It reminds me of playing Brink. Did you guys ever play Brink?
Yes. For like
the movement system in Apex reminds me
that was gonna be TJ's best shooter ever. He was 64 player multiplayer.
The premises was awesome of Brink. The premises, what they had envisioned was amazing.
It was a big flaming pile of ass turds.
It was. Their release was a little bad, and they never recovered from the bad release. Which, I mean,
happens.
But now we have Apex, and you get to slide, and you get to climb over stuff, and you get to shoot people, and it plays, as far as I'm concerned, as well as Brink ever would have.
I do love the freaking vaulting. That's awesome.
Right? I can get hauling some ass, jumping off of stuff, and sliding down stuff. I love all of that with it. God damn it.
Did you guys knew that with Pathfinder you can hack beacons to see the next circle?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. I was like, what?
Did you know Wraith whispers to you when bad guys are around you?
What?
Mm-hmm. So let me tell you about this. We're playing for the first 2 nights or whatever, and I keep reading the passive, and I've never experienced it. I'm like, that's bullshit. Her passive must be broken. You can go into the stats, and it'll tell you how many times you've heard voices tell you there's enemies around. Mine said 110. 110 times I was warned that I was about to get my ass kicked. And I swore I wasn't hearing anything. And she just has a couple lines. She'll be like, they're aiming at you, or there's snipers around, or there's danger. And just in a regular voice line. And the characters talk so much, which honestly is something I really enjoy with the game, that the characters are just constantly quipping back and forth and talking about what's going on.
And my favorite's the robot.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
The robot is pretty good. No, Wes, I only wrote down things that I really liked about the game, and I think that any BR from here on out will have to include, or it won't do well. just some quality of life improvements. Like I love that your mods auto equip on your guns.
Yes.
So
and if you have something better than what you're looking at, it won't let you pick it up.
it won't let you pick it up.
Yeah, it will.
Well, it'll let you put it in your inventory, but it won't equip it to your gun.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll give you the option to swap it.
If
I think I was full.
If you have something, let's say you have like a blue dot, like a red dot on your main gun, and then but you have like a white side on like a rare, like not a rare, like the normal, uncommon, I think is it common side on your stowed guns. Common.
You're what?
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
COMM.
I've hit the apex.
This is legendary.
Anyways, the silver, the normal stuff, and you have in front of you a blue side. It says like equipped to stowed weapon, so it auto equips it to the stowed weapon, which is awesome. Like if you already have like a fully equipped one, and you still pick stuff up, it auto equips it to the other one.
Yeah, you guys complained about the auto equipping of mods in Call of Duty, right?
Didn't play it, so I can't.
I play Call of Duty too.
Pretty sure you guys when you played the beta, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you took issue with the fact that the attachments auto equipped.
I did.
Maybe
I didn't like the way
maybe it was implemented different. I don't know.
I feel like I'm trying to remember now why I didn't like it and like it compared to this.
I think the UI was horrible on PC for Blackout. I don't know if they fixed it.
Oh, you know what? I do have something that I guess I hate about the game. I haven't found a good way to keep my inventory organized. I don't want my ammo in the first row. I want my health items. I want to have healing items, shield items, and whatever other garbage I'm holding on to sorted like that. Because in the middle of a firefight, when I need to heal something, I need to pop open my inventory and use it. That's just kind of a pain to like, oh shit, which one do I want? And then click on it. And then fuck up and then have to go back in there and click on a different one.
Right.
Holding 4 takes too long, Blitzkill. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm holding 4 and I'm waiting and then it pops up and then I do the radial when I can just tab click. And if it's always in the same spot, I can just tab click it without even thinking about it.
Oh no.
I think the only complaint I had was I wish they would maybe enhance footsteps. Because I feel like I always have people on top of me before I know it.
Yeah,
like it's like, I heard a footstep and there's 4 dudes, or well, obviously 3 dudes surrounding you, or on top of your building, or underneath your building, and you didn't even know, like you didn't even hear them coming.
Yep, and I agree with you because I noticed that too. Because anything else is so loud, but the footsteps are like so quiet.
See, that's funny. I disagree. I've had I felt like good success knowing when people were around, and now I was kind of off by myself, away from my teammates, though. So maybe I wasn't
with your teammates, yeah. But I think that just builds into having good communication.
Right. Well, I'm saying like,
I don't know.
I just seem to hear the footsteps pretty well. I thought
I don't hear them until they're in the same building with me.
I don't have a problem, which is so weird that I don't have a problem hearing something in a game that you have a problem hearing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I played with you, right, Wes?
Yeah.
Did we play? Yeah, we were in a building, and we heard guys on top of our building, and then we were like, "Oh, they're still camping up there," and we went to go find them, and they were nowhere to be found.
Yeah, they ran away. I remember that.
But we didn't hear them run away. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like whether it's coming or going.
I mean, I heard them running around, and then I didn't. So
yeah, which to me feels like they stopped.
I feel like
instead
it could
of hearing like lighter, gone. It was just they're on our building. Now I don't hear anything.
I feel like though it's by design. To be honest, right now, if we're thinking about it, because in PUBG, for example, you hear them pretty well, right? But I feel like PUBG. I mean, didn't you in the beginning?
No, I've never been able to hear the footsteps in PUBG.
I'm a goddamn exorcist on PUBG when it comes to footsteps.
But the reason is like I thought you can hear them pretty well, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's a different game. But I feel like the premises of Apex, everything is so loud. I guess like it's so like I guess, a little bit more twitchy. Like it's faster paced. It's a lot more like going on, like all the sounds, the banners and stuff. So I think maybe that's why you can't really hear it.
That could be.
The banners do. I think I'm just on hyper alert because every time the banners go to switch and it is that ka-shing sound,
Yeah.
like I 180 and I'm ready to kill whoever got up behind me.
Dude, it's just, yeah, it's like, and Wes here, like, it's always fun to play with Wes because he's like, oh, what is that? A lot of people going there, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm a fight chaser, man. If I hear bullets going off in the distance, that's my next place. Every single
I'm gonna try to
time.
land on that damn spaceship. I wanted to ask another.
We had some fucked up times on that today.
Yes, we did.
What are your guys' thoughts about the fact that when this game came out, as soon as people started hearing about it, because they kind of dropped it out of nowhere, they did a good job of keeping it secret. People's initial thoughts were that, oh, EA's going to release a early access battle royale. This is not an early access game. This is a full, complete feature. I don't want to say feature rich, but it's deep. Mechanically, it's sound. Things work well. There's not a lot of crashes. I've seen everybody have a couple of crashes here and there.
It's a one weird bug.
It's a pretty spot on finished product, and in a world where almost every BR that comes out is early access. So I'm hoping. Do you guys think that they may set a trend there? Start a trend, because who the fuck wants to play early access over and over and over again? Rings of Elysium and
No, I don't think it will, just because you're getting a battle royale game from a AAA publisher here. Just like you got a battle royale game from a AAA publisher in Call of Duty, and that didn't have a rocky start, and didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I think we're still going to see some what?
Free to
This is
play.
free.
So.
Yeah, but I mean,
Sure it does.
yeah, I don't think it matters.
Because in that matter,
the free model is what we're gonna be moving into very often for games like this.
And you know what I'm fine with? Again, going back to my Battlefield, keep the fucking Battle Royale to like games like that, but keep the main franchises alive as well. Like, let's say, look, Call of Duty, we have like every year new Call of Duty. Why don't you let Treyarch just make Battle Royales and have Infinite Ward make, or vice versa?
Are you gonna turn every conversation we have into fucking talking about Battlefield? Because I know that's where you're going.
I'm just
save Battlefield.
I thought we were talking about Apex.
That's what I was trying to say, though. Like,
I hear about Battlefield so much that I feel like I don't even need to buy it.
The
That's what I think about PUBG.
With the Apex and this whole trend, I think like there's one thing that West probably left out in this whole kind of argument there is like a lot of people were thinking like, oh, it's EA BR. Well, that's gonna be like weird, you know, like what are they gonna do? And people always hate on EA, which I understand why. I do the same thing, but nobody gives them credit if they do something good or well. Like,
I think this is getting very good response though.
After it came out, but before, and then even then, when the day it came out, like people were like, oh, I don't know. It's just, the thing is nowadays, it's like people, the minorities get so loud and it gets like clickbaited that the vocal minorities on the Twitter and Reddit, that it's a cool thing to hate on this right now. It's a cool thing to hate on this. Don't you dare disagree with me. Wes does it with me too. Like in the beginning with
I'm
my
just trying to find out what you meant by the minorities on Twitter.
The people that have way too much say in things that they shouldn't have say in. So, well, that's what you would think, but then those people are also called game changers.
Oh, okay.
So, those game changers that think making certain titles free to play would solve all the problems.
The people that used to bitch about the EA games, and then EA bought them, and now they're constructive about the EA games.
Yeah. So, yeah, but like I said, man, I feel like a lot of times, I think overall Apex is a great game and it's really good move from EA. Even their like cosmetic stuff, I don't think it's like overpriced by any means. I mean, I don't feel like buying a skin like for the freaking guns or something because you get so many
most of the
every
skins
game.
you can't even buy with real money.
Yeah, you need like crafting parts or
You
something.
need crafting parts that you just get from playing the game, and you can't buy. I mean, I guess they're taking the Overwatch approach with their loot boxes, which I mean, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it because you're putting the currency that you buy skins with. It's not one-to-one linked with how much you play because you still have to get it randomly out of loot boxes, which
yeah, but it's cosmetics.
It's better.
Yeah, I feel like if it's a free-to-play game and they have like stuff that you can buy with real money, that's cool. Like you can look fancy, but you're not gonna beat me because you have the better gun that you paid $20 for. That's all I care about in games like that, So I think it's cool. I'm kind of curious, like what other kind of publishers or developers gonna do a BR, because I don't know. I think it's just like the new trend now, kind of like what survival sandbox games was. Will it like prevail and be forever there? I don't know. I mean, everybody said the same thing about survival games like Rust or DayZ. Now they're slowly kind of fading away. But I guess we'll see.
Still a pretty big following for a lot of those, and I think that Battle Royale is just it's you've got your arena shooters with your maps like Call of Duty, Battlefield.
You got some RPG elements with your like little.
And then you're gonna have your Battle Royales. I don't think it's going anywhere. I really don't. Especially you change it up. Like I didn't think I'd enjoy a 60-man teams of 3 Battle Royale, but I think it's my favorite one. I think Apex is my favorite one out of all of them. So,
do you think only having 60 people on there is something PUBG should think about? Lowering their 100 people would make anything run better?
Well, if it made things run better, maybe. But
I think with PUBG, it's just slower pace and it feels more empty.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the way that this game flows and the way that it runs, where I'm not feel like I'm complaining about latency. Or
I think that's just the engine.
That is the engine.
They use the
and the developer
Source engine from Valve.
Yeah, modified.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a map in the future, because when you load in, it says you're loading into King's Landing.
Yeah,
or
they've
King's
named
Row
the
or
maps,
whatever.
so that means they've
named the maps. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a 100-man map in the future.
Yep.
I guess 99, but whatever.
You heard it here, folks. 99.
Yep, we know it.
Yeah. I like that. I like how it drops you with groups. So everyone generally goes in the same place unless you have somebody that doesn't want to.
Yes, that is awesome.
This is gonna sound dumb, but the fact that you can heal while you're moving,
I like it.
I love that so much.
I stand still when I didn't even notice you can do that.
Yeah, if you sprint, it'll stop you. But
Pascal, you spend a lot of time in this game standing still, knelt down in a corner.
Oh my god!
Hiding.
Playing PUBG again.
And I love that if you die,
I'm just playing.
You can get brought back if somebody rescues your banner.
That we never achieved, but that's an awesome feature.
That was wasn't that that was something similar to it was the down but not out mode.
Down but not out, but not quite, because that would automatically do it somehow, right? Like
if someone survived from your team until the next circle closed in,
and you came back with a basic kit, not naked,
right?
Because
I like the concept.
It lets you play more.
I have a terrible habit though. I have a terrible habit when I fucking die, I quit immediately.
Oh yeah, I don't look at that stupid score screen. I immediately get out of there. And generally, we're close enough together that how often does one of us die and the rest of us don't? Because we have a real leave no man behind thing going on.
Sorry. I'm trying to break it. I got out of it once. He was like, "They're over there, man." I'm like, "Okay." And I started to pick him up. He goes, "No." And I'm like, "Okay." And I just take off running to go shoot him, and they ran away from us.
I was watching. I had gotten killed, and then another member of our team was in the shit, and Pascal was looting stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, there's 2 of them. They got me. I'm down." And I'm like, "All right, well," I pinged my banner,
baby,
and
ABL.
Pascal looks at that direction, but he's kind of far away. Not too far away, but he wasn't in the fight at the time. Motherfucker turns around, starts running the other way. I'm like, "Pascal, our bodies are back that way." And he's like, "I know." I was like, well, fuck you, buddy.
We had one epic moment though. I think Wes, you were with me there, right? Like we had this one moment where I noticed the Peacekeeper, how good it is, the shotgun. Like Wes and Reality, the buddy of mine, they died, and I was just hiding, right? And I hear this big gunfight. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go out now. I'm gonna get him. So I tried to find them, and I just rampaged. I ran. They had like smoke everywhere, and I just ran and killed like 3 or 4 people until they finally got me. And I was like, yes! I was like, I don't care. My friends are dead. I'll kill you all.
He did. He was like, we died. And then he's like, oh, well, you know, and he kills this one guy, kills somebody else. And then there's like another team way far away. He just starts sprinting over there and sliding through the smoke. And he shot like 3 more people. I was just like, good God. And then he died.
It was a good moment. And then I died.
It's the goddamn MP18 trench guns. What that is.
I like it.
Fucking hell. I shoot people with it 40 times and nothing happens. Walk up on me from across the map 2 times, I'm dead.
You need that attachment that makes it load.
Yeah, you need the choke, but nonetheless, I
got more kills with my fist than I do that gun.
So how much of Apex Legends being a game that you guys seem to really
I'd like to see you try, Blitzkill. Try to choke me. I will fucking blast you with my Peacekeeper.
Damn. All right. How much of the game being in such good favor with everybody is the fact that it just runs so well?
That's 100% what it is.
100%. Yeah,
it's 100%, and then the little quality of life changes. I don't think we'll see another BR that doesn't auto-equip mods, doesn't auto-swap mods to a new weapon when you pick it up if it can, doesn't auto-take the mods out of your inventory and put them on a gun. Like, that's something that's so small, but it keeps the game moving so quickly that we won't see that.
Yeah, it's like they refined it, kind of like everything that people ask, they just put it in, and that's what they said too. I think in the development diaries, they were like, "We just wanted to make a game that we enjoy playing, and that's what we did."
So the evolution of the battle royale.
Yeah, and it's happening so quickly, and I think that also has something to do with just, I mean, call it the vocal minority or whatever you want to, the fact that everyone gets to have their opinion on things, and companies have their PR guys sifting through all that shit. And I think Apex might be one of the few left standing. I think you'll have Apex, and I think you'll have Fortnite as the major ones.
I don't think.
I think PUBG's on its way out. I think you'll still have some. I think I might even say you might see the PUBG people move over and back to playing an Arma mod. Just because I think the people that'll be left playing PUBG are the ones who want the more realistic feel, and why would you stick with that when you could go play a more realistic feel with Arma?
Yeah.
For me, that's the only thing I really have about Apex. So, you guys, if you have anything else you want to discuss about it, go for it.
I have a weird bug that I haven't figured out why it does it, and it's bugging me.
Like a bug.
Whenever I start up the game, I have to get into a match, then I have to unplug my headset and plug it back in, and then Alt-Tab out and switch my audio output to another output and back to my headphones. Otherwise, everything's scratchy. The game's itself scratchy, Discord is scratchy and pops.
What do you what mode do you play it in? Windowed? Full screen?
No, full screen.
Try it borderless windowed.
Yeah. I'll give it a go. Can't hurt, I suppose.
Might make a difference.
I only had it happen once where I heard the circle for the whole game.
Oh,
and you know that circle's fucking loud when you're close to it, like deafening.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter where we were, we could be in the middle of the circle, and I heard the circle. So I couldn't hear people talking. I couldn't hear gunshots. I couldn't hear anything but that fucking circle. Fucking growling asshole.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything that I like just about everything on it. Like I said, I'm pretty hardcore PUBG, and I haven't touched it other than the day that Apex went down. And I went on to Twitter and thanked them for taking care of it so fast and acknowledging it really quickly. Like, hey, we got a problem. We're working on it. Hopefully get it back up. And within like an hour, they had consoles up. And within 2 hours, some people could play PC. Other people like me had to wait and couldn't play for a really long time. It was like 3 or 4 hours before I could play. And so,
well, assuming that it's going to be a decent product when they do release it, are you guys going to be spending money for the season passes or the battle passes or?
Yeah, battle pass is coming in March.
Well, coming in March, they don't know how much it's gonna be.
If
if it's under $15, I'll probably end up buying it. If they have a way that you can buy it with in-game currency, like you can with
Like
Fortnite,
Fortnite?
I will 100% buy it.
Yeah. I buy it if
Yeah.
I played enough.
Max 20. Big Shy says he'll buy it. Max $20. I mean, I bought PUBG's. I would probably buy this one because this is fun. This is the shenanigans. Like, this is
Yep.
why I like.
Just get into ridiculous shit.
Yes.
I feel like, if anything, if you would consider a battle pass other than Fortnite, I think Apex would be the one. Not PUBG, but Apex would be the one. I would not even bash on people, even if it's $20.
And then I just want to be like conspiracy theorists because I feel like they're hiding the price because they want to see how good it does first. Like, if we announce it now for $9.99, now everybody's loving our game. Let's charge $15.99.
Little Mr. Smithers is back, or Mr. Burns is in the back of EA's closet back there going,
he is
Smithers. Everybody likes the game. Let's raise the prices.
He'd be fucking Scrooge McDuck swimming around in all those gold pieces. Fuck that.
There's supposed to be 100 levels and 100 levels of loot, and you get 3 months to do it. Is what their battle pass is going to be.
The hell's a founder's pack?
You spend like $20 and you get in-game coins, and you get skins, exclusive skins, and you get the 2 characters probably. Well, I'm curious to see what their character release timetable is going to be like, and I'm curious to see what sort of interesting things they can bring into the game and keep it balanced.
I feel like you already you unlocked a character, right? Already?
Yep, I unlocked Mirage today.
So 5 days minimal play, and you've already unlocked the character?
Let me see here. I have 17 hours and I unlocked the character.
Under
now,
20, I would get
that'll take longer because it looks like you always get 600. I don't know what they're called. 600 red coins per level. So as you level up and the experience takes more, you'll level up slower to get less. Mirage, it might cap out. You might cap out at some point on experience. That's what Overwatch does. Like once you hit 10,000, you always only need 10,000 experience to level up to the next level.
So how do you get characters then when let's say you max out?
Well, I mean max out in terms of how much experience it takes to hit the next level. So like I'm sure it'll constantly roll over. I bet there'll be some sort of, so you hit level 100. I don't know, honestly. I don't think this game will cap out at that. I think this game will cap out at 999 and then roll you over. But yeah, give you a different border, start over from level 1, and you're just 10,000 experience. You get your next 600 coins.
Yeah, Zach, did you unlock Mirage, right?
I unlocked Mirage, not Caustic.
Yeah,
Mirage is cool.
You trolled me with Mirage because I was like, there's one dude flying down here with us, and he was like, it's my Mirage. And I was like, fuck off.
Nice.
I have a hard time controlling that thing because for some reason, like sometimes it'll put the blue dot right in front of me, but the sumbitch will keep running, and sometimes I put it far away and it shows up and he stops running when he goes to walk through a door. So I got to get used to it. I still think I prefer Wraith. It's way more my style, but Mirage might not be too bad. Like that last game that we played, Nugget, when I was hiding behind you in the corner and I threw the Mirage down, the blue dot was all the way away from me on the other side because I wanted the dude to walk out and see that, and then I'd shoot him while I was hiding behind you. But instead, it just fucking sat right there, and
Gotcha.
He shot a shotgun and killed you and the Mirage and me all at the same time.
Fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
Are you guys afraid that they're gonna put out like, I don't know, with characters? I know you can buy them because you can buy those Apex coins, but
yes.
Are you guys afraid that they're gonna do like it's gonna increase the time it takes you to unlock a character, and then there's gonna be this one character that's kind of unbalanced and OP, and everybody needs to play him, but you can only play him if you pay money for him? Are you guys afraid of like imbalances? Like,
coming from playing a lot of MOBAs, where that happens, I'm not too worried about it. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they take Blizzard's model for their character releases, where they start off costing a lot of in-game coins, and then as time goes on and they've been out longer, they reduce their prices more and more. What is Blitzkill talking about? But I think that's probably what we'll see. We'll see new characters release at the current mark that Mirage and Caustic are. So we'll see them at 12,000, and then give them maybe even the next character release, they'll drop down to 9,000, and then they'll drop down to 8,000, and just keep going down. So you can save up for the new character, get those cheap ones, and I'm sure there'll be characters that come out and they'll be OP, but I don't think it'll be hard for them to tweak them into line, because if you're only giving them an ability and an ultimate and an passive, it won't take long to mess with those to get a character balanced if they see too much play or too much win percentage. They have enough to go off of in the world of gaming to be able to look at that stuff and see, oh yeah, well, we need to nerf this guy because he's got a 56% win rate or something like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I was already worried about last. Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Pascal.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you.
I'm going somewhere else. So.
Oh, I was kind of drifting off too, but just with the unlocking, I was just like, I don't know how it is now, but I know we played in the beginning quite a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, and it took forever to unlock a character unless you bought him. So with real money, I think that was kind of like you got the renown.
I didn't feel that way, but we played a lot of Rainbow Six. Like I kept up. Like I could have everybody unlocked and have saved up enough to unlock the new ones when they came out.
Yeah, that's
what I put a lot of hours into it.
And you did, and I think that's like Wes and I, we just couldn't keep up, and we don't like those like super competitive shooters anyways. So that kind of was like, man, I have to play so much to get this one character that everybody has now. But hey, I mean, if you like I said, like I'm pretty sure like Apex might be something we all play, but what about 4-player squads?
It's unfortunate. Maybe when they increase the
player count,
the character count.
Yeah.
So if once they get more characters, they might open it up. I would love to see eventually down the line almost a free-to-play rotation. So you have, say they get up to, how many characters do you have from the start? 6?
6, yeah.
6, I think.
6 unlocked, and then 2 that you can't. So say you get that original 6, and then you get an additional 4 when they get up to, call it 20 characters in the game. So and that 4 rotates, so you'll have Mirage, Caustic in the next 2, and then they'll rotate out, and you'll get 4 other new ones, and they'll rotate out, just so people can get. I think it's nice when you have a game where you have to put time in to earn the characters. If you're not going to pay money for them, give people the opportunity to play them and see how they are before they spend their money on them.
Yeah.
And all the MOBAs do that. They let you play free-to-play characters after they've been out for a while.
What I think they should do, what I think, which kind of was like, it's not more copy and paste, but what if, like, we have the skins for the characters, but what if they do, I don't know, it sounds super nerdy right now, but I just thought about it like the other night. It's like, what if they bring out like some kind of like in-game lore or something and do like a corrupted lifeline or something? Like you click on lifeline and there's like a corrupted mode or something, like a version of her character, and it's like, instead of being like a helper, it's like she's like a little drone that drains life out of people or something. Like some weird like variants of the existing characters.
That'd be interesting. I don't think she's a good example because I think it'd be really hard to make that work in the game. But
I mean, like a grenade, just throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just thought about it. That they could do like, they don't even need to be super original in the future with stuff. They could just make different variants of the characters. I don't know.
I'd be fine with just doing that skin. Do a Halloween skin for Lifeline where she looks like the Grim Reaper or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. I would even buy stuff like that. Like something really like epic. That it's only available for limited time. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, watch out with that limited time stuff. Wes will get on you.
I mean, it's
So-
cosmetics.
All right, we're gonna beat the cosmetics and the shit into the ground. Where were you gonna go, Nugget? You were about to say something a minute
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, I was just gonna say the character that could see people through the map. I was really pleased to see that. One, the limited time use of it, like it doesn't last very long, was exciting because I know I was worried about that last week. But two, people don't use it as much as you think they would. Like I can't tell you how many times people on our team have that character, and I never see them use the little ability to track.
So,
It's like-
what does it do? Like, what does it do? Exactly.
He's got a cue that he pops, and it will show if there's enemies around. It'll light them up for 1 second where they were standing behind a wall, but it doesn't track their movement. Then he can use his ultimate, and that shows him a snapshot of what's around him behind walls, but it doesn't highlight anything else past that. But it will, out in the open, people glow red. That's it. And he moves fast as fuck.
Yeah, but all I can say is like when I've been on teams that have him, I swear I never see him like pinging to see where people are through the wall.
And who?
Like
Which character is
when
this?
against us, I can't think of his name.
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound.
Okay.
Yeah, I and even when it's worked against us when we're fighting a Bloodhound, I can only count on a handful of times I've seen somebody pop it
It's
and
an
use it.
incredibly short range. Like, I would say
Okay.
it's probably only 30 feet around him, maybe, that he can see through wall, like 30 feet any given direction. It's not really long.
Yeah. So just happy to say that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
There was
I
that one time
really
we
worried.
thought we had somebody cheating.
Oh,
Remember
Oh,
when we
yeah.
were playing with Greg?
I was
And this
screaming
guy
cheater.
just lit us up through the smoke. Go back to find out there are golden sights in the game, legendary sights, that will highlight enemies through smoke.
oh.
Why? Who wouldn't up their field of vision? Blitzkill, you always max that shit out. 90s for losers.
Damn. Alrighty then.
That's the first. I think that's the first thing I ever learned about PC. All of them yelling at me every game we went into. Go turn that field of view up. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think I
Because
played
you see-
Mech Warrior with 120.
Yeah.
Nice.
It looks weird, but you get used to it.
You get
have
used
just-
to it, and it's just
You have
normal.
just a better field of view. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You see more.
but yeah, we thought we had a cheater, but he was just using this sight that lights people up through smoke
Yeah.
and just took
And
us
it-
down with it.
You know, and that's probably ultimately what Wes and I experienced a lot when we played. Is like people just have the better attachments, so we feel like, what the hell, man? Why is he not dying? But they just have the better gear. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's probably a
And
lot
it
of
took
it.
me
yeah.
a while, and I
Also-
like the bitch. So luckily, Spider,
Oh, me too.
Zach reins me back in when I'm like, I don't fucking understand it. And he's
And
like,
that's
well,
what-
he had the attachments. I'm like, okay.
This dude, Wes, does the same thing. Man, Pascal, calm down, man. It's just a game. Like, it's not. It's my life.
Yeah,
But
I
Wes,
don't
you
know
were
if that's-
you were saying something too, like before we got into that.
Done with Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
what
got
else.
any other news?
I don't know what else we could say. I don't.
I don't
What,
know.
news?
Yeah.
I got a couple real quick news things we can go through.
Flash news.
The Blizzard thing.
Waterworld is getting a Blu-ray re-release with an
Oh, it's gonna be
additional
on Blu-ray.
40 minutes of movie footage.
You had me excited. I thought they were putting it back in the theater.
No, well, maybe. I bet I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see some limited releases, like a local theater or something like that, not a chain, doing it. So we got that. I don't remember seeing a release date for it.
So they have 40 minutes of unreleased material. in there?
Yeah, added into the movie.
So that's the movie with
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner where he goes like down like in the ocean and there's like all the cities and
The
stuff.
whole world's an ocean.
Yeah. Okay, I got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I remember that. Nice.
Yep. So we got that. What else do we have? Stephen Chow has announced that there will be a new Kung Fu Hustle project in the works.
Wow.
Possibly Kung Fu Hustle 2.
What the fuck is Kung Fu Hustle?
Kung Fu Hustle is a great kung fu movie. It's like
Sounds like a dance.
yeah, it is. It basically is like it has that feel to it when you watch the movie. It's a comedic kung fu movie. So it's very self-aware and it's funny, but the fight scenes are incredibly well choreographed. I'm going to put that on a I recommend everyone see it list. If you like kung fu movies and you like funny things, you'll definitely want to watch it. You have to be okay with subtitles though.
Ruh-roh.
Like
Don't bother
Jackie
me.
Chan, Drunken Master.
Yeah. Man, old Jackie Chan movie is
Yeah.
so good.
Drunken Master cracked my ass up.
I was going to talk about the Battle Pass, but we already did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just the Blizzard Activision thing where they reported record profits for this year and decided to lay off 800 employees, 775, 8% of their current employees.
That's a lot.
After reporting, where was it? Their
7%.
net income for the year was 1.8 billion compared to 273 million for 2017.
Damn. But why'd they do it?
Let me read the Bobby Kotick's.
It's called
statement.
Trimming the Fat.
While our financial results for 2018 were the best in our history, we didn't realize our full potential. To help us reach our full potential, we have made a number of important leadership changes. These changes should enable us to achieve the many opportunities our industry affords us, especially with our powerful owned franchises, our strong commercial capabilities, our direct digital connections to hundreds of millions of players, and our extraordinarily talented employees. So basically what they're saying is, if it's not currently making us money, fuck it. So this is where the Heroes of the Storm layoffs came from. This is where the fact that they still haven't named anything for StarCraft, and in here I don't think they even talk about StarCraft because I think they say that they're focusing their, where's it at, blah blah blah. I'll find it in a second, but it was basically calling out, yeah, we're going for Overwatch because it's making money and it's esports. We're going for Call of Duty now because, well, Activision owns both and it's on the Blizzard launcher, and Diablo.
What, you guys don't have phones? Do you believe that shit?
Yeah.
They literally said,
rem-
I watched that asshole literally say that.
Mhm.
They started booing when they found out it was coming on mobile, and they're like, like they knew it was going to happen. They knew they were going to get booed. Then they're like, what, you guys don't have phones? Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of a company I once worked for where it's just you have people doing certain things. Like, this is what it sounds like. And you get rid of those people and you give the things they were doing to somebody else and just load their plate down even more. To me, it's just trimming the fat. And you can keep doing that, assholes, but eventually you trim through too much fat, you cut the bone.
You're going to lose out on any sort of new cool IP with that. Like, this is just being risk adverse, I think. This is just putting all your eggs in the baskets that you know are already going to go, and you're going to lose out on your Apex Legends if we're going to equate one big developer to another.
Yeah.
But you see, like, that's where they're kind of, I mean, I see why they're doing it, but I think where they're kind of behind, because if you don't take risks sometimes in this industry, you're not going to achieve crazy sales. We can cuss at it as much as we want, but PUBG, if they wouldn't have taken risk with that, how they did things, and, went from a mod to that kind of thing, we wouldn't have, the BR wouldn't have been so modernized, I guess, what do you call it, like mainstream. It would, that was just like crazy. The sales and how the user base, like the first when it came out, it was insane. And they took risk. A lot of the great games we play nowadays are based on companies taking risks. And they don't do that as much anymore. And then we kind of let's play Madden and FIFA every year, I guess.
Because their analysts forecast steady profit and growth from the same games over and over each year.
Which is, but that like what TJ said, like it's not always a guarantee for things. So, especially in the gaming industry, it's changing 24/7. Like, without the people wanting to play those games and are interested in it, like you're not gonna get, that. I think most gamers are way more critical than movie people or TV guys who watch TV or movies all day. Because, it's my thing. I feel like gaming is an art form. People are way more critical nowadays.
I think that the average gamer severely underestimates the power of mobile gaming and revenue that it generates.
Hell yeah, dude. Mobile gaming is ridiculous.
Compared to the games that we like to play.
Oh, yeah. Mobile gaming is ridiculous. Like, people get so caught up in, like, Farmland and whatever they're called, Candy Crush and Clash of Clans or whatever not. Like, it's crazy.
They did that with the you guys remember Alien Isolation? And they made a sequel to that game, and it's on fucking mobile. And when people found out that that's what they were doing, they went ape shit. But they know their money's on mobile. Same thing with Blizzard. They know their money's on mobile. I'm not sure,
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Activision.
Yeah.
I think that's more of an Activision move than it is a Blizzard move.
I wonder if Activision was involved in the Alien one. I don't remember. I don't think so. Yeah, anyway. Bad. I hate mobile gaming.
Yeah.
Unless it's like on a Switch. That's decent.
Right. I figured that's different though.
Yeah.
That's still I mean, I enjoy
That's a true mobile console.
Yeah. I'll pay like $5 or something for a good crossword app on my phone.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or I'll download a free game to play for 10 minutes and get a couple ads out of the way. But yeah. That's what most people play. Like everyone has a fucking smartphone. Everyone has a smartphone. Why wouldn't you want access to that market? Just maybe don't put it at the expense of good AAA titles that you could release just because it's an easy cash grab.
Talking to the wrong people though.
Yep.
Because those people making those decisions are accountants and financial estimate planners and shit like that. They're not the ones with the passion for the games or making the games. So it all kind of depends on who you put your decision making future, in whose hands. That kind of person or someone with a passion for the industry.
Yeah. They still can make billions of dollars, or millions, I guess, when you do something for the people, like Witcher did, Witcher 3, which was like kind of like love letter to the fans of the franchise. And that did really well on sales, critics. So, I don't know. I mean, you still can make money of it. I don't know. Just... We're doomed, guys. We're doomed.
Maybe.
Soon we all play on phones.
So what else we got news-wise?
I have nothing.
That's what
Did you know that Battlefield... Oh, no, I'm kidding.
I was about to fucking shoot you.
Hey, I'm passionate about it.
If you play Battlefield, you could. You couldn't in a BR because you can't get a gun.
And here we go. Go ahead.
Now, do we have any wacky news?
I could throw a wacky one out there. I had a goddamn $50,000
Jesus
rose
Christ,
coming down.
50,000 sparks.
That's for you, my love, Pascal.
Because I was just going to throw weird news in there when I'd heard about the Activision thing. So I'll throw a wacky one in. That's just a quick one. I saw on... Where did I see it at? It's probably Facebook. I think I live on Facebook. But anyways, I don't know how old it is or if it's recent, because you know how things circulate on Facebook. But chick was 7 years old in... Oh, where was she from? See if I still got it. because I looked it up. Oh my god, ads are loud. British woman. So she was 7 years old. She put a. You always hear about this and you never hear anything really coming of it, and I thought it was pretty neat. But she put a letter in the bottle and threw it in the ocean. Now, fast forward 17 years, and someone through social media has found her bottle.
What?
And was able to find her. The letter was pretty much gone. They found the province she lived in and her name, and then put it on social media, and people were able to identify her. So they actually returned her bottle of a note that she wrote herself to be able to read it later. And she, I guess being so young, didn't remember it, so she had to ask her parents, who told her that she did do this and did throw it in there, and I guess recollected on it and remembered. But just guess how far away it was the whole time.
5 miles?
No, more than that. But 60 miles. 60 miles away from where she threw it in the ocean, it landed, and somebody found it 17 years later.
Wow.
So,
that's crazy.
It's just wacky news. Could you imagine just writing something that's 7 years old? Who knows what you wrote on there? You know what I mean? Like, what was you going to tell your future self? And somebody brings it back to you.
The streets are real, player. That's what I would write. Westman is mean to me once again.
No.
Hopefully in the future it changes.
That's awesome.
That's all I got. That's just the wacky news.
Cool.
Wackiness.
Well, did you guys know?
Did you know Pascal's rubbing his pussy?
And we're done. Show's over. Did you guys know that this podcast is available for download?
What?
Oh, let's see. iTunes, Google Play.
Well, what if I don't have an iPhone?
Oh, well, you can get it on Google Play. You have an Android, right?
I do.
Oh. Or Spotify. Or almost any other place you get your podcasting from.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so hit us up there. What if you don't have a phone? Well,
you can
tablets,
you can
smart speakers.
Sure.
You could watch it right here on Mixer.
You can watch it on Mixer. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on your console. You could even listen to it. Hell, I think they've got a podcast. They've got a podcast thing in Plex. If you have the Plex app on your Xbox.
Oh,
I've got a little bit of question about the YouTube thing. Do we clear up that whole
copyright?
The whole copyright thing? Is that
those bastards? They try. No, I mean, we'll see what they say. I disputed it, so fuck them. 19 seconds of audio on an hour and a half long video, and they want to claim my YouTube video and monetize it. Fuck them bastards. Greedy sons of bitches. Anyway, so yeah, you can find our podcast and all our past ones at those places. All you got to do is Google SideQuest Gaming Podcast or even SideQuest Gaming. Usually you'll find it right away. If you can't find it, other people. The dispute goes to the people that copy striked it. Yeah, no, I know. And I guarantee you, if they review it, they'll be fine with it, because when they copy strike it, it's just a fucking computer algorithm finding that shit anyway. It was bit before it was even done processing and before I even published it.
Did they say they manually reviewed it?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can find us on all the places and download us and leave us a review on iTunes if you like. That would help us out the most. And share this lovely, long, very long 2.5 hour podcast with some
not
friends.
Going over midnight.
No, some friends that you want to put to sleep. So, guys, I'm sleepy.
We're better than ASMR, bitches.
Hey, kids, ASMR. That's.
I wonder what Pascal's cat sounds like licking his hand on ASMR.
Sandpaper. God damn it, Cheeto.
Goddamn Cheetos everywhere.
Anyway, I'm fucking done, guys. I'm tired.
Done, dude. I'm getting over here slap happy.
Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. You guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Go download the podcast. Find it on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, some of those places, Anchor, wherever. Hopefully you'll find it and enjoy yourselves. And we will talk to you guys later. I'm sleepy. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Salute.
Later, gents.